Strength isn't built in a single race. It's earned, mile after mile, pedal after pedal, step after step. The same endurance that drives athletes to the finish line fuels the steady hands and sharp focus required in surgery. It's about resilience, precision, and commitment, in competition and in the operating room. Because true performance means showing up with excellence, no matter the arena.
Looking for non-stop fun? Sky Zone Biloxi at the Edgewater Mall is the place to be. Jump off wall-to-wall trampolines, dunk on the basketball court, or conquer the warrior course. Sky Zone Biloxi truly has something for everyone. And now, you can celebrate big with our newly upgraded birthday party packages to make their special day unforgettable. Get ready to jump, play, and soar higher than ever at Sky Zone Biloxi.
Looking for your next ride? Get more at Matt Bowers Hyundai Gulfport. Every new Hyundai comes with Matt's lifetime powertrain warranty on top of Hyundai's America's Best warranty and owner assurance. No one on the coast offers more, so why go anywhere else? Visit us today during the Getaway Sales event happening now just off Lorraine Road north of I-10. Official sponsor of your Biloxi Breakers.
Shop smart, buy local. Matt Bowers Hyundai Gulfport.
Ben & Jerry's is serving up true ice cream euphoria inside the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Biloxi. You're sure to find your new favorite among more than 34 flavors. Let us scoop yours in one of our freshly baked waffle cones. Ben & Jerry's at Hard Rock Hotel and Casino Biloxi, where euphoria awaits.
Fly in for a daiquiri that scores every time. Mile High Daiquiris is an aviation-themed daiquiri shop and the official daiquiri of the Biloxi Breakers. Open 7 days a week and offering 15 refreshing flavors, jello shots, beer, and even a non-alcoholic daiquiri. They supply mobile daiquiris for weddings, birthday parties, and events. Only 4.6 miles west of the Mississippi Coast Coliseum. Grab your crew and come try the best daiquiris on the Gulf Coast where flavor takes flight. Become a frequent flyer at 1107 Cowan Road, Suite B, Gulfport.
At Superior Optical Lab, we're proud to be certified as a service-disabled, veteran-owned small business and to provide quality eyewear to veterans to whom we all owe our freedom. Thank you for your service.
Recharge your body. Reset your mind. Revive your spirit. At Revive and Thrive, every detail is designed to elevate your recovery and well-being. Unwind in our serene salt therapy room and float suite. Awaken your senses with the benefits of cold water immersion. Then, step into a custom-built sauna featuring soft Himalayan salt lighting for athletes, adventurers, and anyone ready to unlock the power of recovery. Discover the difference at reviveandthrivems.com.
Coastal Prints is a brand new business on the coast specializing in screen printing, embroidery, and promotional items. Being local and with 30 plus years of experience, Coastal Prints carries all the hottest clothing brands and thousands of promotional items. Uniforms, workwear, hats, drinkware, coolers, tchotchkes, and much more. Coastal Prints will make your brand and logo stand out. Come see the new showroom on Seaway Road in Gulfport or visit coastalprints.com or call 228-COASTAL.
The Mississippi Gulf Coast is where community and teamwork come together, on and off the ice. Foshi Residential is proud to support the Biloxi Breakers as they bring the heat to the rink this season. Foshi Residential manages 3 unique apartment communities along the coast, each offering modern finishes, resort-style amenities, and a location that puts coastal living right at your doorstep. Ready to find your community? Visit foshiresidential.com/Biloxi Breakers for more information.
Every new Hyundai from Matt Bowers comes with Matt's lifetime warranty included. That's in addition to Hyundai's America's Best Warranty, a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, and Hyundai Owner Assurance. You get both warranties, making a new Hyundai from Matt Bowers an excellent value. Come visit us today during the Getaway Sales event at our new showroom just off Lorraine Road north of I-10 in Gulfport.
Shop smart, buy local. Matt Bowers Hyundai, Gulfport.
When injury knocks you out, Bienville Orthopedic Specialists will be there for you every step of the way. We are here to get you back in the game, back in motion, back to your life. Our elite team of orthopedic specialists will work side by side with you, educating you about your treatment plan, utilizing advanced technology, and providing you with a successful path to recovery. Bienville Orthopedic Specialists. We will get you back.
When things heat up, you don't just want a cold one. You want the coldest one. The cold lagered, cold filtered, cold packaged one. Mountain Cold Refreshment. Coors Light. Choose chill.
Hello out there, we're on the air. It's hockey night tonight. Tension grows, the whistle blows, and the puck goes down the ice. The goalie jumps and the players bump and the fans all go insane. Someone roars, Bobby scores, that's a good old hockey game. Oh, the good old hockey game is the best game you can name. And the best game you can name is the good old hockey game. Where players dash, the skates are flash, the home team trails behind. But they grab the puck and go bursting up and they're down across the line. They storm the crease like bumblebees, they travel like a burning flame. We see them slide the puck inside, it's a good old hockey game.
Blue Ridge will go from right to left, wearing their road white uniforms. The Breakers and the home Blacks go from left to right. We're ready to rock here at the Bay. And we are underway. Stoya tiptoeing, top of the point, holding one. Back over to Hugo Koch. Koch holds, finds Stoya, who's drive, score! Ross Bartlett redirects it home, and the Breakers strike first at home. Sometimes you just need the door to open on the power play, and that time a blast of a one-timer from Matt Stoya is tipped home by his former Seawolves and now Breakers teammate Ross Bartlett. Picks up his second with his new team, and it's 1-0 Biloxi. Good stick lift from Veyu, but Jussot walks through and they score. What a dish from Dustin Jussot to the backside for Carson Gallagher, who pots. Or rather, that's Danny Martin. Martin with a one-timer from the low circle. Picks up his 15th of the season, and Blue Ridge with a quick answer, able to tie it at 1. EJ Schlepp is going to drop the gloves.
And here we go. He's going to challenge Denis Radchenko. Radchenko comes first, tries a quick right. Schlepp's got him off balance. A right over the top from Schlepp. Radchenko throwing some lefts, looking to take off his helmet. Schlepp goes couple more rights. Still exchanging. A good exchange, and the uppercut got him. AJ Schlepp takes down Denis Radchenko. And the new assistant captain gets the crowd going on his way off to the box. As gloves are being dropped on the ground, McHugh drops them, and Spinelli will oblige. Here we go. McHugh and Brendan Spinelli at the logo at center. Spinelli closing in. Comes in hot first. McHugh gets him in tight. Spinelli misses with a right. McHugh with a couple good rights. Spinelli hanging in there. A machine gun of right hands. Spinelli's got him down, and down he goes. Brendan Spinelli. Who else wants one? Thornton shields it and still can't bleed over. Now Thornton picked the bucket at the blue line. Here he comes in all alone. Thornton shoots and scores! Carter Thornton! A short-handed goal. 3 short-handed goals in franchise history, and all 3 belong to number 86. Floats by Leonard. Gallagher again into the stick of Declan Flanagan. Now on over. Quick chance in front. They score. It's Feruseth. That was a bad defensive possession from the Biloxi Breakers. Several opportunities to get it out and just couldn't get the job done. Borodkin made some incredible saves, but Damon Feruseth, who we just mentioned, had an injury earlier this week, in the lineup tonight, and he cashes in to tie the game at 2. If they're able to find a way to create some momentum, could be some life. Here's Gellerman on all alone. Gellerman scores! Welcome to Biloxi, Max Gellerman! Springing ahead with speed. And the former Prowler, now Breaker, lights the lamp. It's 3-2. Martin. Shot through traffic, scored. Danny Martin with a rip from the near circle through traffic. Looked like Borodkin never saw it. He never even flinched. And it goes right over his shoulder on the blocker's side. The Bobcats tie it at 3. Just so shoots it through Borodkin all the way out to the point for St. Pierre. Sent back in front all alone. Here's Gallagher on goal. Borodkin challenged him, made the save, the rebound, they score. It's a hat trick for Daniel Martin, the captain. Breakers need to find a way to pick it up here in period 3. Being outshot 3-0 early on. McHugh through the legs of Leonard. Enters the zone, out wide to Daly, back down low. McHugh in front. Feruseth buries it. The Breakers give up a pair of goals just 33 seconds apart. A beautiful passing play by the Bobcats. And Coach Zemlicka must have fired them up in the locker room because the Breakers are imploding to begin period 3. Up to the point, Stoya shoots one and scores! Matthew Stoya with a quick answer. Throws the heart up at his family and the crowd. And Stoya rips one by Greg Hussey to make it 5-4. Off for a change, Veilleux to Thornton. Thornton runs over Damon Feruseth with a big hit. Daly then runs into him. Thornton throws a slash. This is all behind the play as now they converge. Thornton's going to jump him. Here we go. Thornton and Daly in front of the Bobcats bench. Thornton, a hammer of a right hand. Got the bucket of Daly off. Still going. He's got him pinned up again. You mess with the wave, you get the thorns. Carter Thornton sticking up for his new assistant captain. Patakin begins the charge below the end line. Running out of time, gives it away to Martin, who floats it into the empty net, and that will do it. Danny Martin with a 4-goal night. And a game that showed a lot of promise for Biloxi comes up in heartbreak as they're going to fall by a final of 6-4 tonight. Mullins will hold on to this one, dish it to Christo, and that will do it in full time. The Breakers fall by a final of 6-4 in a fun game here tonight at Breaker Bay. Final.
The following is a presentation of the Federal Prospects Hockey League. Any unauthorized broadcasts without the express written consent of the Biloxi Breakers and the FPHL are strictly prohibited.
It's Hockey Night live from Hitachi Energy Arena in Wytheville, Virginia. My name's Devin Dobek, the voice of the Breakers, along with you. Biloxi and Blue Ridge set to close out their two-game set with the final game here in Wytheville this season. Last night, an interesting one. After a 6-goal first period for the Bobcats, the Breakers scored 4 of the final 6 tallies in an 8-4 loss. Rahul Sharma came in and played some pretty good goaltending, so he's going to be rewarded with this start here tonight as we jump into our tale of the tape in this 4th meeting between these two squads. Bobcats tied for 3rd place in the Empire, 24-20-3. The Breakers 7-37-1. Bobcats have won back-to-back. Breakers have lost back-to-back. 3.8 goals per game for Blue Ridge, 3.1 for Biloxi. Blue Ridge has been dead even Steven this season with a goal differential of 0. The Breakers a -128. On the power play, neither team could get much going last night, but 22.8% for the Bobcats. That's second in the Empire Division. The Breakers 17.4%. On the kill, Blue Ridge 77.3%. The Breakers 67.8%. Bobcats have taken each of the first 3 meetings in this one here tonight. While we were not given the Blue Ridge starting lineup, please forgive us, but here's a quick look at the Breakers starting 5. Ignore the left half of your screen, but it'll be Al Rody, Amy Royer, and Joetten Blacksmith, the top unit for Charlie Penn's group. Rody logged his first pro goal last night. Blacksmith had a pair. We'll see if that top line can produce. Then on the back end, it's Zach Pameleon and Connor Mullins with Rahul Sharma in between the pipes. We're going to send it down to ice level, and Mike Atwell, the public address announcer, before we get in to the Bobcats and the Breakers, round 4 of 6. All that and more coming on Breakers TV.
This building becomes hostile territory. Inside Roar County, silence is not permitted. All fans must prepare to operate at maximum decibel levels. Failure to comply will result in being completely drowned out. We will now conduct a mandatory roar test in 3, 2, 1. Welcome to Roar County.
Direct your attention to the ceremony doors for tonight's ceremonial puck drop. Please welcome Dr. John.
It's hockey night once again live from Wytheville, Virginia. My name's Devin Doback, the voice of the Breakers, along with you. Bobcats, Breakers ready to go and close out their two-game weekend set here tonight. Let's take a look at tonight's starting goaltenders for the Bobcats. They go with 35-year-old Gregory Hussey on his birthday. The Medford, Massachusetts native comes in with a record of 3-0 this season for the Bobcats with a .914 save percentage and a 3.00 goals against average. The former Mississippi Seawolf took that win 6-4 all the way back on February 21st, against the Breakers at Breaker Bay. On the other end, after coming in relief last night and putting together a pretty good showing, Rahul Sharma will be back between the pipes. 2-9 this season across his time in Biloxi and Indiana. Has an .871 save percentage and a 6.34 goals against average. Starters are out. Breakers in their road white uniforms with the logo crest right on the center. White uniforms, blue buckets, blue pants. Bobcats in their Faith and Family Night jerseys, chrome buckets with blue uniforms, light blue numbering, and we're underway from Wytheville. Bobcats quickly get the puck in on the end of Rahul Sharma, and just 7 seconds tick off the clock. .1953 to go here, period one. My name's Devin Doback, along with you on Breakers TV and on 106.3 FM. Mercurio and Royer will do it this time. And puck is kept alive by the Bobcats after it looked like Royer won the faceoff. Pamelian, team leader in points last night for the Breakers, had 3 assists. Battles down below the end line. Puck comes all the way out in between the circles. Popped in the air. Mullins can't settle it. Bleeds through to the point where St. Pierre has his pocket pick. Now Hugo Koch the other way. Goal and an assist for him last night. Koch through the middle. Blacksmith redirects one on goal. Royer there to find the rebound. Feeds it to Blacksmith down in the corner. Spinelli finds Blacksmith again to the middle for Koch. Koch curls away from the pressure. Still with time. His pass caroms up in the air. Settled by the Bobcats and controlled by Nikita Kozyrev. 3 goals and 2 assists for him last night. Was the game's first star. What a night he had. Puck will be swept in deep. Declan Flanagan, the first one on the scene. Hugo Koch up the wall for Brendan Spinelli. Throws a slash into St. Pierre. Puck still free. Rhodey fights to get it to Spinelli. Shot caroms wide once again, and then on the follow, Rhodey has the puck frozen. 18:44 to go here. Still no score from Wytheville. Final game between these two clubs until April 3rd and 4th, when they will be the last home series for Biloxi at the Coast Coliseum. Face-off tied up by Pikarczyk. Christo comes to help out. Battle gets through. Thornton finds Pikarczyk. Quick shot goes up and into the seats once again. So we'll do another face-off with 18:36 to go. Al Rhodey out there on the ice scored his first career professional goal last night with the help of Dennis Radchenko wearing the Bobcats colors, who put it in on his own goaltender, and Max Macchione, who earned his first professional win in his first start. Pikarczyk around Stuckless. Rhodey bumps it up the wall for Thornton. Thornton enters the zone through the circle. His shot didn't get much on it, was deflected behind the goal. Now out to the point. Christo was wide open but couldn't hold it in. Christo back to retrieve. Slows things down and outlets to Rhodey. Rhodey to the tape of Pamelian. Across the line. Thornton. Reverse hit A strong one down on the half wall. Steven Alvo on the receiving end. Rody tugs it back into his own end. Finds some space and drops back for Pamelian. Zach Pamelian, the former Danbury hat trick. He's got his point total up to 9 this season. Playing in just a handful of games as a breaker, but has made his poise and presence felt. A huge pickup for Charlie Penn's group. Connor Mullins looking up ahead from Matonak. Veilleux will win the race, so there's no icing. He's closed off into the wall. Turnover. Fisher jumped the route. Matonak on goal, and it goes wide. Back around where it'll be picked up by Erickson. Robin Erickson stretches it out to Damon Feruseth. Carson Gallagher turns it over at the blue line, kept alive by Daniel Martin. Martin will flip it ahead, and Mullins is there to pick it up. It's a raucous environment here on Faith and Family Night at Hitachi Energy Arena. Flanagan stretches it out for Fisher, who will touch it in so his team can change. Breakers get half of their personnel off, and the puck once again belongs to Blue Ridge. Kozyrev across the line, looking to outlet for Mercurio, who was lurking in the near circle. Spinelli will send it ahead all the way down, but a good clear, no icing. St. Pierre looking for Pedrasov, intercepted by Joetten Blacksmith. The other way, Mercurio through the legs of the back checker Royer, cut off by Koch ahead for Blacksmith. Gets by him all the way down for Denis Radchenko, the 6'3" enforcer from Belarus. Slows things down behind Greg Hussey. Always nice getting the start on your birthday. Radchenko from behind the line, up ahead for St. Pierre. Sent the other way. Blacksmith a 2-on-1 with Royer. Blacksmith walks in, shoots, and scores. Joetten Blacksmith puts the Breakers up first. He stays hot with his third goal of the weekend. And with 15:44 to go here in the first period, Biloxi has jumped ahead. It's 1-0. Blacksmith is so dangerous with space and a helpful turnover around the blue line. He's such a force on the forecheck as well. Walks in and just beats Greg Hussey on the blocker's side right under the elbow, and the Breakers get a first period goal, which they didn't have yesterday. Trailed 6-0 through one, and here tonight, a new day full of rests, and they take an early advantage. Alvo back the other way. It's going to be dumped on in. Mullins in pursuit of the puck with Carson Gallagher. Gallagher looking to the middle for Martin. Feruseth picks it up. One-timer goes wide on the stick side of Sharma. Shots are 3-1 Biloxi in the early onslaught of this hockey game. They lead at 1-0 with about 5 minutes gone by. 15-16 to go in the first period. And we'll have another icing call, bringing the puck back to Sharma's end. Ben & Jerry's at the Hard Rock Casino icing. Pikarczyk, Rody, and Thornton in the line with Mullins and Pamelian. Face-off is won back by the Breakers. Up the wall for Carter Thornton. He's able to bump it up and out of the zone. Hlavak got a glove on it to keep it in, but Blue Ridge needed to tag up. Rody takes a high hit right in the neutral zone. Pikarczyk wanted a piece. Now Thornton's going after Erickson. And we got some extracurriculars here. That was a high, dirty hit from Erickson, who stands in at 6'3", Al Rody. Couple clicks above 5'11" himself, and got caught up high with 15:02 to go. And we'll see if we're going to get our first penalty of the game. For the moment, does not appear that way. Rody has taken some hard hits since turning pro. Got up pretty quick from that one, but it certainly can't feel good. Over on the bench, makes some adjustments to his bucket, and we're going to continue to play 5-on-5 hockey. 15:02 to go in the first period. Face-off is won cleanly by Royer, back for Flanagan. Flanagan ahead for Hugo Koch. Koch will take it back towards his own end and pivot the other way now. It's dumped in behind Hussey, picked up by St. Pierre to the near side where it's collected by Radchenko. Blacksmith through the middle, couldn't thread it to Royer. Mercurio, the assistant captain, across the line. Finds Radchenko, looking in the middle. Mercurio hit the post, still free. Puck out, Mercurio again denied by Sharma. Hugo Koch back the other way, end-to-end action between these two teams. Koch to the goal. Good poke check from behind by Radchenko. Slowed down for Koch again below the end line. Wrapped up by Mercurio, still free with the puck. Saucer out to the point for Spinelli. Now Koch again for Mullins. Stick failed him. Still gets through to Fisher as he's going to have to head back to the bench. Mullins got a new one from the bench, and now here comes Blue Ridge the other way. Quick drop pass comes in on Sharma, still free, and it bleeds behind the goal mouth. Fisher goes high off the window to get it out to the point. Alvo down to a knee, keeps it in. Sends it to the far side. Mullins looking to impose his will. Matonak on the near side now. Justin Daly down low for Stuckless. To the tape of Pedrasov, who winds it through the middle. Now a shot from the point, tipped on its way by, and it goes over the crossbar and out. Andrioli through the far circle, creates some space and missed the net with a shot. 7 minutes gone by here in our Republic Finance first period. Scores 1-0 Biloxi. Shots are all locked up at 3 aside. The other way, Stuckless, no offside call. Daly looked to have jumped the blue line. Another pad save made by Sharma. Thornton now cut off by Levac. Pomelian forces a turnover in his own end and will begin the charge for the Breakers. Saucer pass, gets by Rhodey. Not missing a shift after the big hit. To the point for Christo. Christo's shot tipped in front by Pikarchak and goes wide on the stick side. Pomelian, shoulder to shoulder for Daly. The step allows Andrioli to come in, and he threw it off the glove of Sharma, then the side of the cage and out. Now another drive goes wide. Hard off the wall, and did it go in off the back of Sharma? Bobcats seem to think so. And with 12:29, a shot that went well wide. Banks off the wall. Erickson doesn't even know he scored. Went off the wall, then off Sharma, and a bad bounce for Biloxi. And we're all locked up at 1 with 12:29 to go in the first period. No dispute from Charlie Pence. Royer will do it with Martin, and we've got a fight. Spinelli and Erickson will square off back in the Breakers' end. Looking for a response after the hit on Rhodey. Spinelli latches first couple rights. Erickson comes back with a few. Erickson and Spinelli exchange, a couple to the face. Spinelli with an undercut. Erickson's missing a few. Spinelli looking to tug him down. Erickson's free with the right. Spinelli gets the helmet off. Erickson looking to yank him down. Both guys giving it their all. Down goes Erickson. Brendan Spinelli stays perfect. Both guys landed a few shots, but the energy in the building has come alive. Brendan Spinelli looking to shift the momentum back, and he's one of the hardest guys to tear down in the FPHL. We've yet to see it this season. Carter Thornton goes to check on him. Everybody's going to be okay. A good blue-collar fight here on Faith and Family Night gets us going 7.5 minutes in. Couple of heavy weights as we head into our first media timeout. We'll take it. Hang on to your seatbelts, folks. 1-1 back in a splash.
When you think Nissan, think Matt Bowers Nissan d'Iberville, where every new Nissan comes with Matt's lifetime powertrain warranty included. And to keep your new Nissan running well, there's never an appointment needed for express service in our service department. Just stop by for routine maintenance like oil changes, brakes, tires, and batteries. Matt Bowers Nissan is proud to call the coast our home and is proud to sponsor your Biloxi Breakers.
Shop smart. Buy local. Matt Bowers Nissan, South Mississippi, D'Iberville.
Looking for non-stop fun? Sky Zone Biloxi at the Edgewater Mall is the place to be. Jump off wall-to-wall trampolines, dunk on the basketball court, or conquer the warrior course. Sky Zone Biloxi truly has something for everyone. And now, you can celebrate big with our newly upgraded birthday party packages to make their special day unforgettable. Get ready to jump, play, and soar higher than ever at Sky Zone Biloxi.
We welcome you back after that heavyweight affair. How about Robin Erickson, 6'3", 235 pounds against Brendan Spinelli, 6 foot 196. That one did not disappoint. Erickson's already got 2 legs of the Gordie Howe hat trick down, just needs an assist now, which has been where he's thrived, just his 3rd goal of the season here tonight. Royer will flip it in after the face-off win, and we're back underway. Blue Ridge, a little bit of revenge after the Breakers had those tough country night uniforms. Blue Ridge responds with blue on blue. It's going to be tough to pick up once in a while, so apologies in advance. Daniel Martin over in the far corner. The captain winds it down low for Carson Gallagher. Door to door with him is Mullins. Poke check, didn't get there. Rebound, Sharma, couple saves. Oh, Rahul Sharma with the right pad came up with a big one to keep this game deadlocked. His best save of the night, full extension down in the splits. How about that one? The other way, Bobcats back to work. To the middle, puck gets through to Mercurio, bumped into the wall by Peyton Jones. Now at the point, shot comes in from Alvo and whistles wide on the glove side of Sharma. Radchenko around the wall where it will be slowed down by Pomelian. He looks to stretch it out for Carter Thornton, knows that he has speed. Puck goes on goal, so there's no icing. Matonak jumps into the play, finds Thornton. Thornton on the backhand, look to feed it down low for Veilleux on the doorstep. And it's intercepted. Bobcats the other way. 2-on-2 charge. Intended for Mercurio. Puck deflects up in the air and over to the near side half wall. Thornton to the tape of Rhodey. Veilleux across the line gives it away. Nobody home at the point. Stuckless in transition. Fisher backing in on him. Stuckless to the goal. Another big save from Sharma. Referee is going to whistle Trey Fisher for a slash here. And he's going to head off to the box. Breakers will be the first team shorthanded here tonight. Looks like Fisher flexed to a bit of a defensive role. Got beat that time, and he's going to be booked for a slash. So the Breakers will open up their first Raven and Rose Tattoo penalty kill. Offensive zone draw win for the Cats. Alvo. Couple circles in the near circle, now sends it to the far side. Alvo's one-timer. Not sure if that was Christo or Sharma that turned it aside, but nonetheless, a huge play to keep it at 1-1. Sharma's been great as of recent. Another 90 seconds to go on the penalty kill for Biloxi. Pikarczyk used the body to free it up, and Flanagan will send it on down. Flanagan goes out for a change. Pomelian, Cowboys over the boards to replace him. Alvo back the other way. Stretches for Faruseth. Out wide for Daly. Back to Faruseth inside the far point. Top of the key, Alvo thought about the shot. Back over to Daly. Far circle. Shoots one, and it goes wide on the glove side of Sharma. All the way around and out. Bobcats fans trying to get some energy back in this building, banging on the stainless steel bleachers here at Hitachi Energy Arena. Rhodey, strong back check with the help of Thornton wins the battle. Pomelian finishes the job, sending it the length of the sheet. Greg Hussey Sends it on backwards. Breakout begins for the Bobcats. Here's Kozyrev hopping by Rody. Hits the brakes, far circle, goes down low between the legs, shot goes wide. That was Stuckless on the doorstep. And luckily it went offline, a good chance. One-timer goes wide on the blocker's side of Sharma. Thornton spears it out, and now in a foot race with his former Watertown teammate Michael Mercurio. Kozyrev through the logo at center. That was an offside, and it will be, so with 8:53 to go, we'll have a quick break. Another 17 seconds on the Fisher Minor. We're tied up at 1, a fun one here in Blue Ridge. Back in a splash.
The Mississippi Gulf Coast is where community and teamwork come together, on and off the ice. Foshi Residential is proud to support the Biloxi Breakers as they bring the heat to the rink this season. Foshi Residential manages 3 unique apartment communities along the coast, each offering modern finishes, resort-style amenities, and a location that puts coastal living right at your doorstep. Ready to find your community? Visit foshiresidential.com/Biloxi Breakers for more information.
At Superior Optical Lab, we're proud to be certified as a service-disabled, veteran-owned small business and to provide quality eyewear to veterans to whom we all owe our freedom. Thank you for your service.
.53 to go, period 1, another 17 seconds on the Fisher Minor for slashing. While we have a moment, I'd like to take a second and wish a very special happy 59th birthday to my dad, Greg Dobeck. Dad, hope you're enjoying the game back wherever you are in Vermont, Cape Cod, wherever it may be. Happy to have you tuning in on your birthday. And hey, you're only 6 years away from some serious discounts, so continue climbing the ladder. Another decade next year, but Dad, love you and hope all's well, and I'll see you in a couple months. Blacksmith loses the draw against Daniel Martin. Kozyrev hits the brakes. Back across Mercurio through the circle. Near side Kozyrev couldn't handle the pass. Goes back far side for Mercurio. Quick shot in and out of the glove of Sharma. Still free. Breakers control. It's Hugo Koch in transition the other way. Koch over the blue line. On his backhand finds Blacksmith. One-timer. Big save by Greg Hussey. Just as Fisher had been released from the box. Koch and Blacksmith connect for what was a great opportunity kept out by the 35-year-old. And we stay at 1-1. Breakers 1 for 1 as well on the kill here tonight. Face-off tied up for a moment by Blacksmith and now controlled by the Bobcats. Across the blue line, gets by Christo, shot comes in, pad saved by Sharma, juicy rebound sent up but not out by Flanagan. Nick McHugh had a goal last night, to the point, big heavy shot from Andrioli's turned aside by Sharma. Hugo Koch couldn't finesse it through the legs, still somehow finds a way to come away with the puck. Koch, outlet for Jouett and Blacksmith, Flanagan. Somehow kept in at the blue line by Christo. I'm not sure even he knew it, and now he'll dump it in. Is this a very delayed offside call? Thornton, Pikarczyk, and Rody the line for the Breakers. Pikarczyk and Martin will do it this time. Another clean win by Martin, the captain, who's been in the league since 2017, almost a decade, still being so productive on the draw. And don't get us started with the points, over 300 in his Fed career. Sharma save off the chest that time. Pamelion playing a little soccer to try and free up the puck. Goes back down low. Pikarczyk in a battle. Faruseth picked his pocket. And Pikarczyk looks to slam it back by him. Cut off by Faruseth, looking in the middle. Puck bangs over to Rody, who outlets past the blade of Pikarczyk. Alvo guides it for Daniel Martin. Shot comes in. Sharma controls the rebound, and we get another quick whistle. 7:10 to go. Still 1-1 is our score. Spinelli and Erickson will be released from Solidarity. Just waiting on the official okay from the referees, and they'll both head back to the bench after what was one of the most even-keeled, entertaining fights of the season. Another 7:10 to go in our Republic Finance first. Peyton Jones line out there with Vayu and Fisher for Biloxi. Mercurio will oppose the Keene State product on the circle. And it's won by Mercurio to the point. Lavic's shot off a knee. I believe it was Vayu getting involved there, and back out to the neutral zone. Kozyrev has the line, gets to Mercurio. Backhand feed, they score. How about that touch pass from Michael Mercurio to the middle? And doing the easy part, leading the line, looks like Demid Pedrasov. Again, tough to see with those blue-on-blue numbers. Waiting for him to turn around. It was Demid Pedrasov. His third of the season. And the Breakers trail for the first time tonight at 2-1. Mercurio just put it right on the tape, and Pedrasov touches it right over the pad of Sharma. A beautiful goal, and Blue Ridge out in front. Christo into the corner. Overskated it. Mercurio takes the loose change. Now Kozyrev doing some nifty stick handling. Good edge work in the near circle. Drop pass for Lavac. Backhanded on goal, and Sharma's there to cover that one up. 6:25 to go. I'm not sure the shot tallies are right. It was once upon a time 3-3. Now on the scoreboard it says 19-4. I'll have to do my own detective work to figure out if those stats are accurate. Last night it said 22-4 before they adjusted it to 12, so it very well could be 19-14, and they just can't get the one there. Ahead of St. Patrick's Day, a little Dropkick Murphys blaring in through Hitachi Energy Arena. Boston Bruins win a good one today in the 9th round of the shootout over the Capitals. Sharma leaps on top of this one, and we'll get another draw coming with 6:19 to go. Still 2-1 Bobcats. Sharma slow to get up to his feet. Officials checking on him. Borodkin is the backup goalie on tap for the Breakers. Sharma just needing a minute to collect himself, working on that right leg, trying to stretch it out, and he will return to the crease. Appears to be okay, and he'll stay in the hockey game. Pikarczyk loses the draw. Blue Ridge has dominated on the face-off circle here tonight, winning extra possessions for their group. Now on the far side, Andrioli. Pass can't be held. Rody a 2-on-1 with Thornton. His quick shot right into the chest of Hussey and held for face-off. Looked like Rody tried to go high over the shoulder and just missed its spot that time. Breakers had a chance to equalize the game, and they'll have to continue to chase. 6:02 to go here in the first. It's 2-1 Cats on Breakers TV and 106.3 Super Talk Mississippi. Although, after another face-off win for the Bobcats, Pikarczyk in pursuit of the puck. Mullins gives right back to Andrioli. He tiptoes over the line. Andrioli hits the brakes, waiting for some support. Gives it right back to Pamelion, who spoons it around the wall for Connor Mullins. Mullins banging one back out towards the point. Rody will carry. Shoots it behind his partner Thornton. Down into the end wall. Here's Martin. Head for Faruseth. Gallagher enters with Martin. Shot comes in and will be held by Sharma with 5:21 to go in this Republic Finance first period. Shots read 19-5 in favor of the Bobcats. Breakers struck first to make it 1-0, courtesy of Joetten Blacksmith with his 5th goal as a Breaker in just his 4th game. And a pair of goals for the Cats help them leapfrog back into the lead. Levac through traffic, pad save Sharma. Flanagan escorts the puck around the goal and out. Levac, little trouble handling it. Guides it for Danny Martin to the near side. Flanagan gets it back to Fisher. Fisher is definitely going to be in a defensive role tonight for Charlie Penn's group. Matonak for Veilleux. Veilleux down into the corner. Levac closes him off with a hard hit right into the numbers, and Veilleux is down. Here comes the call. And with 4:48 to go, Veilleux is okay, back up to his feet, but we're going to head to break. Breakers coming back to a walk-ons power play when we return. Don't go anywhere.
Recharge your body. Reset your mind. Revive your spirit. At Revive and Thrive, every detail is designed to elevate your recovery and well-being. Unwind in our serene salt therapy room and float suite. Awaken your senses with the benefits of cold water immersion. Then, step into a custom-built sauna featuring soft Himalayan salt lighting for athletes, adventurers, and anyone ready to unlock the power of recovery. Discover the difference at reviveandthrivems.com.
Coastal Prints is a brand new business on the coast specializing in screen printing, embroidery, and promotional items. Being local and with 30 plus years of experience, Coastal Prints carries all the hottest clothing brands and thousands of promotional items. Uniforms, workwear, hats, drinkware, coolers, tchotchkes, and much more. Coastal Prints will make your brand and logo stand out. Come see the new showroom on Seaway Road in Gulfport, or visit coastalprints.com or call 228-COASTAL.
When things heat up, you don't just want a cold one. You want the coldest one. The cold lagered, cold filtered, cold packaged one. Mountain Cold Refreshment. Coors Light. Choose chill.
Breakers set to go for their first Walk-Ons power play. Hello to all of our friends watching at Walk-Ons in D'Iberville, the official watch party sponsor of your Breakers. 4:48 to go. It's Christian Hallbig booked 2 minutes for boarding, and glad to see Veilleux's okay. Now shorthanded the other way. Stuckless on goal. Sharma makes the save, then Stuckless continued his path in close on Sharma, and we're going to have a whistle and a draw. Sharma getting right up in the face of Stuckless. Hallbig playing in just his 3rd game since coming over from Fitchburg State University, along with Max Macchione, who was in net last night. Still searching for his first pro point, and he does have a penalty now, though. Pamelian, ever so nonchalantly. That guy's got some serious poise. Gives it back for Hugo Koch, and he'll wind around again to begin the breakout. Koch running out of space, closed off by a couple Bobcats. Pikarczyk tugs it along with himself. Pikarczyk to Blacksmith in the corner. Now Koch, far circle, goes down low, looking for Pikarczyk off of a stick. The captain labeled into the boards, and it'll be sent on out all the way down for Sharma to slow down. Another 70 seconds to go in the minor to Hallbig for boarding. Koch will come with speed through the neutral area, protecting on the back end, winds it back. Pikarczyk stood up, and once again, it sent the length of the sheet. An easy clear. 3:40 to go. Period number 1. 2-1, Bobcats lead it. Pamelian for Amy Royer. Royer across the blue line. Give away and sent back where Dom Matonak will come to collect. Another 30 seconds left on the power play for Biloxi. Fisher steps over the line, snaps a pass to Matonak, near circle, in front, looking for Royer. Funky bounce off the wall again. Fisher comes to retrieve, out to Charbonneau. Charbonneau for Thornton, near side. Thornton, a couple nice moves, then got taken down, and another call's coming against the Bobcats here. At exactly the 3-minute mark, Breakers will have a 12-second 5-on-3 before they will head to another 5-on-4 power play. It's Carson Gallagher being sent off for a trip. See if the Breakers can get a quick one off this draw. I'm not sure Blue Ridge realizes it's a 5-on-3. Now they do. Radchenko will head back to the bench. Erickson, Andrioli, and Martin, the heavy unit for Vojtech Zemlicka. And now gonna have another last-minute substitution. Faceoff is won by the Cats. Pikarczyk coming in hot on the forecheck. Hugo Koch holds the line. Down low for Pikarczyk. Now Koch again. Far circle. Weasels to the middle. Back Pikarczyk looking in front. Puck goes up and off the window. Rhodey. Shoulder-to-shoulder hit with Andrioli. It's a 5-on-4 now. All the way around the wall. Koch has it swatted out by Daniel Martin, and Pamelian will once again begin the charge. Pamelian cruises through center. Over to Pikarczyk out wide. Drop pass Blacksmith. Blacksmith down low for Pikarczyk. Looking back for Blacksmith. For Pikarczyk again. Kicks it to his forehand to the point for Pamelian. Thought about the shot, now holds. Pikarczyk outside near circle. Shoots one. Save made by Hussey, and he will hold for a face-off. Another 65 seconds on the Gallagher minor. 2 minutes and 5 seconds in regulation for period one, I guess I should say. Shots are reading at 20-6 in favor of the Bobcats. Similar totals to last night here in this first period. Pamelian inside the line. On over for Koch. Far point down low for Blacksmith, far corner. In front, Rhodey jams one on goal. And another big save made by Hussey. And cleared the distance. Sharma throws the trapper on it and releases for Pamelian. Bobcats will make some changes here. Hussey chant breaking out here at Hitachi Energy Arena. Blacksmith shovels down low for Rhodey. Thornton taps it to his forehand, and it's eventually muscled out off the blade of Koch. Another 25 seconds to go on the man advantage. Koch interrupted by Justin Daly. Thornton forces another turnover. Swings out wide. Radchenko door-to-door with him. Battle on the near side half wall. Is shoved forward, and Blue Ridge in control once again. Radchenko gives it away. Royer missed the net. Had a prime scoring area and just tried to get it on goal quick with Hussey not expecting a shot, and now here we go. Back to full strength Bobcats with a 3-on-2 charge. Good play by Dom Matonak to shut down that opportunity. And once again, it's sent out to center. Dom Matonak with a huge play. Bobcats touch up onside. Daly quick shot, save Sharma. And with the paddle, floats it over to the corner. Fisher into the neutral zone for Spinelli. Spinelli walks it, drops it for Thornton. Spin move, another drop pass for Christo, who bumps it out across the blue line. And Breakers had to be careful for a moment. Now here's Gallagher. Sending it to space. Fisher intercepts and will go behind the end line before wrapping it out for Thornton. Thornton, another spin move at the blue line. Gallagher closes him into the wall. For Rousset. Back for Hlavak, who flips it deep. And that will do it for period number one. The Bobcats leapfrog the Breakers, who struck first, make it 2-1. We're going to take a quick break and come back for periods 2 and 3 here on Breakers TV. We'll hear from Matt Gellerman on our interview of Breaker Banner, and then our regularly scheduled ads before our intermission report back in about 18 minutes. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Breakers TV. So you begin at Hamilton, and in your time there, you log 52 games, 14 goals, 10 assists, before you wrap up at the NCAA 3 level in 2024.
How is the coaching and development at now the collegiate level different for you comparatively to your high school, junior, and youth career all the way? Because you're pretty homegrown talent up until that point. Then you go to juniors, and now you find yourself at the collegiate level. Where was the coaching? Where would you rank it, or how was it different?
Yeah, well, what I will say is two-time NESCAC Coach of the Year, Rob Haberbush, over the last 2 years. He has been so influential with getting me to where I am today, just understanding how important trusting the process of where guys should be on the ice, trusting the system that he has in place, knowing that hard work and beating individual teams from the back end out, focusing on our defensive end, focusing on the little plays, the plays on the walls. That was one of the biggest things I remember my coach saying. Win the ball battles, win the blue line battles, and then win the 50-50 puck. So he wouldn't care more about the game, he would care about the games within the games, the little things. And those are the types of details that helped me become successful in college and then ultimately get to the professional level here now. But I can't thank him enough for walking me through those things, and especially that first year where we didn't play any games, where he could have hands-on practices, hands-on looks on guys, and hands-on coaching to be able to work with players on what they're good at, help strengthen things there. So a lot of the first year was skill development and working towards conditioning, and then the rest of it was more systems-based and how to plug in those things to be successful on the ice. And with the team success recently, this year they ended up being up to second in the nation.
Wow.
Last year they went to the national tournament for the first time in I don't know how many years. They won the conference tournament for the first time, and so it shows that his recipes are working, and it just shows that the success of Hamilton program stems from the guys that he's able to bring in, which also a credit to the guys I've played with and some of my old teammates as well, to show that when guys can buy into a system and all play the right way and all pull the same rope, good things can happen. So that's what I've learned a lot from Rob and Coach Haberbush at Hamilton. So
That's incredible. So I guess in your time there at Hamilton, did you know you wanted to play professionally? And if so, did you know that that was going to be the FPHL? Did you want to go overseas? Kind of, what did you make of your journey at that point, and where did you want to, what was your plan in your head?
So, given my off the ice history of the last couple years at school, my senior season, I only played half the games. I was dealing with major mental health problems. I'm very open with talking about it. It's something that has impacted me and a lot of people in my life very closely and very personally, but I've worked through a lot through that, and even with all of that going on, I was still able to push through and kind of use hockey as my way to get through that. But I didn't truly know what was in store for me after my senior season. I thought I was done, honestly. I thought my career was going to be over. I didn't have any phone calls. I was not in my deck of cards at that time.
Yeah.
It wasn't in my hand. I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do, given that I was on the tail end of a very, very bad mental health spout where I ended up having to go back to finish school because I had to drop classes due to it. And so kind of the last few years, and especially that last senior year, I was more worried about getting myself and putting myself in the best possible place just for my own sanity at the time, and understanding what I needed to do for myself. And I didn't think hockey was that for me. I thought my career was over until I got a phone call randomly in the summer from a team in the SPHL. And I had no idea I had no clue how to get connected. I had no idea what that was going to look like. But as soon as I got that phone call, my mindset flipped. I was like, I have a chance. I have a phone call. I have to use this to the best of my abilities and try my best, because somebody out there saw interest and saw potential in me to play beyond, even while I was dealing with everything I was.
Yeah.
And so that one phone call kind of changed the trajectory of the last year and a half of my life, where initially I was planning on graduating from Hamilton, getting my economics degree, getting home, finding an office job with an econ degree, whether in the finance field, business management field. I don't know yet, because I didn't know. and now going into a semester of college to finish up my degree. I ended up reclassing to class of 25. But from that moment on, as soon as I stepped onto campus again to finish, I was back in the gym by myself. I talked to the head strength coach. I talked to the head coach again, to where I could train on my own to prep for something like this, where as soon as I finished school, I could then sign and play that year right away. And so that's where my entire life trajectory kind of flipped on its head, where initially I was going to use my degree, and now I'm chasing what ultimately was my true dream since I was 4 years old.
Wow.
So,
And it's amazing how one simple thing can flip a mindset like that. And,
Yeah.
and it seems like it pulled you out of it, and you pulled yourself, and you're sitting here today. So
I am, yeah.
I'm sure whoever that call was from has no idea the impact it had, but it truly is amazing how it can change a mindset.
Yeah.
So then this season, you turn pro, it's your rookie season, and you begin with the Port Huron Prowlers. You're skating around, making your professional debut. After everything that you've been through these past couple seasons, just take us through what was going through your head and the emotions.
Well, I started that game too, and the emotions I felt, I don't even think I could describe because I don't know what I was feeling. I don't think I truly blacked out in the moment, but I was so nervous. It was a lot of excitement, a lot of nerves, but knowing that it was a lot of hard work put into that moment. It was that first period, if you watch it back, I played the most scared hockey of my life. I had no idea what I was doing out there. I tried making plays.
Was it Danbury you guys had at the time when you were in Port Huron? Like, was it in the midst of all the rivalry stuff?
No, I ended up making my debut in November against Indiana.
Okay.
So that was before all of the big rivalry stuff with Indiana started. But I was around for a lot of that too, and that weekend kind of kick-started a little bit of it, I think. But from my debut, just knowing that I had worked so hard for that moment, and the amount of things I went through mentally, physically, on the ice, off the ice, and especially in the last couple years, it had all kind of cultivated into that one moment for me. So
it's incredible. And you score your first goal in 5 games with the Port Huron Prowlers. You did log a goal. How did it feel to get that monkey off your back? You get your first point as a professional, and a great environment to do it in out in Port Huron. Those fans love their hockey, but take us through that.
Well, I was going to say there's 2 current breakers that might have some memory of it too. So I actually scored that goal on Rahul Sharma, and Brendan Spinelli was also on the ice for that goal. And so when I first got here, when I met Sharma for the first time, he gave me a big smile, and I reminded him of like, oh yeah, what's up? Do you remember this? And he laughed about it. And
We're gonna have a clip of this.
There will be a clip of it somewhere, and I just remember seeing his little shy smile for a second, and then we just laughed about it, and we became really close since then too. But even from that moment, it was just like a quick play off the boards, quick shot. One of my biggest attributes is my shot, and so knowing that that's how I'm going to be effective in the offensive zone, I was able to get lucky on that one.
So then, after 5 games with the Prowlers, you suffer an injury. So it seems like all of a sudden your life's turning around. You got everything going, and then in an instant, you hit the injury bug. How did this affect you mentally, and how were you able to recover as quickly as possible? Did you focus everything on treatment for yourself? Did you realize that just trust the process and this happens, or how was it in the moment?
Yeah. So I didn't actually know what happened at first, and so it was actually after Game 3, instead of because I played my last 2 games for Port Huron were January, I think, but before that it was late November, and it was a dislocated rib from a hit, and it had stayed out for a week, and nobody knew what happened with it. I thought my arm and my neck were just super tight. I had no idea that it was my rib, and so eventually I went to the doctor. They went to the PT. They eventually popped it back into place, and so my biggest thing was knowing that it was an injury I couldn't really do anything with because the pain was so severe, strictly because the rib was still out, and I didn't know that it was. And so a lot of the treatment plan after that was just strengthening it, making sure I could get back to full mobility. It took a little bit, and there was probably some times off the ice, probably a little bit longer than it needed to be, but at the same time with my injury, it didn't heal correctly because it wasn't healed properly to begin with. It was still impacting me right away.
Right.
And off the ice, I had developed a little bit of some sleep problems, a little bit of insomnia at times that kind of affected me off the ice. But ultimately, my biggest thing was knowing that this is my job. And regardless of anything that happens, I need to be able to put the team first, put everything I can towards being a hockey player, and working and getting back into full health, full recovery. And so that was tough to deal with, not being on the ice and not being in the locker room all the time, dealing with recovery process. So I would say that did play a part. And even with some of the past mental health problems I've had, there's some things that come up here and there, but overall I've adapted some new strategies and things that I've learned over the last couple of years to help push me through this, and I feel like I've been handling them pretty well this year so far. So
Yeah, the life of an athlete. I mean, it's definitely not all glory. It's definitely
it definitely isn't. I can tell you that.
Journey, and everybody has a different one, but.
Strength isn't built in a single race. It's earned, mile after mile, pedal after pedal, step after step. The same endurance that drives athletes to the finish line fuels the steady hands and sharp focus required in surgery. It's about resilience, precision, and commitment in competition and in the operating room. Because true performance means showing up with excellence, no matter the arena.
Looking for non-stop fun? Sky Zone Biloxi at the Edgewater Mall is the place to be. Jump off wall-to-wall trampolines, dunk on the basketball court, or conquer the warrior course. Sky Zone Biloxi truly has something for everyone. And now, you can celebrate big with our newly upgraded birthday party packages to make their special day unforgettable. Get ready to jump, play, and soar higher than ever at Sky Zone Biloxi.
Looking for your next ride? Get more at Matt Bowers Hyundai Gulfport. Every new Hyundai comes with Matt's lifetime powertrain warranty on top of Hyundai's America's Best warranty and owner assurance. No one on the coast offers more, so why go anywhere else? Visit us today during the Getaway Sales event happening now just off Lorraine Road north of I-10. Official sponsor of your Biloxi Breakers.
Shop smart, buy local. Matt Bowers Hyundai, Gulfport.
Ben & Jerry's is serving up true ice cream euphoria inside the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Biloxi. You're sure to find your new favorite among more than 34 flavors. Let us scoop yours in one of our freshly baked waffle cones. Ben & Jerry's at Hard Rock Hotel and Casino Biloxi, where euphoria awaits.
Fly in for a daiquiri that scores every time. Mile High Daiquiris is an aviation-themed daiquiri shop and the official daiquiri of the Biloxi Breakers. Open 7 days a week and offering 15 refreshing flavors, jello shots, beer, and even a non-alcoholic daiquiri. They supply mobile daiquiris for weddings, birthday parties, and events. Only 4.6 miles west of the Mississippi Coast Coliseum. Grab your crew and come try the best daiquiris on the Gulf Coast where flavor takes flight. Become a frequent flyer at 1107 Cowan Road, Suite B, Gulfport.
At Superior Optical Lab, we're proud to be certified as a service-disabled, veteran-owned small business and to provide quality eyewear to veterans to whom we all owe our freedom. Thank you for your service.
Recharge your body. Reset your mind. Revive your spirit. At Revive and Thrive, every detail is designed to elevate your recovery and well-being. Unwind in our serene salt therapy room and float suite. Awaken your senses with the benefits of cold water immersion. Then, step into a custom-built sauna featuring soft Himalayan salt lighting for athletes, adventurers, and anyone ready to unlock the power of recovery. Discover the difference at reviveandthrivems.com.
Coastal Prints is a brand new business on the coast specializing in screen printing, embroidery, and promotional items. Being local and with 30 plus years of experience, Coastal Prints carries all the hottest clothing brands and thousands of promotional items. Uniforms, workwear, hats, drinkware, coolers, tchotchkes, and much more. Coastal Prints will make your brand and logos stand out. Come see the new showroom on Seaway Road in Gulfport or visit coastalprints.com or call 228-COASTAL.
The Mississippi Gulf Coast is where community and teamwork come together on and off the ice. Foshi Residential is proud to support the Biloxi Breakers as they bring the heat to the rink this season. Foshi Residential manages 3 unique apartment communities along the coast, each offering modern finishes, resort-style amenities, and a location that puts coastal living right at your doorstep. Ready to find your community? Visit foshiresidential.com/Biloxi Breakers for more information.
Every new Hyundai from Matt Bowers comes with Matt's lifetime warranty included. That's in addition to Hyundai's America's Best Warranty, a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, and Hyundai Owner Assurance. You get both warranties, making a new Hyundai from Matt Bowers an excellent value. Come visit us today during the Getaway Sales event at our new showroom just off Lorraine Road north of I-10 in Gulfport.
Shop smart, buy local. Matt Bowers Hyundai, Gulfport.
When injury knocks you out, Bienville Orthopedic Specialists will be there for you every step of the way. We are here to get you back in the game, back in motion, back to your life. Our elite team of orthopedic specialists will work side by side with you, educating you about your treatment plan, utilizing advanced technology, and providing you with a successful path to recovery. Bienville Orthopedic Specialists. We will get you back.
When things heat up, you don't just want a cold one. You want the coldest one. The cold lagered, cold filtered, cold packaged one. Mountain Cold Refreshment. Coors Light. Choose chill.
And we welcome you back out of our Chick-fil-A at the Edgewater Mall. First intermission report. We gear up for our Aaron's second period. Bobcats and the Breakers separated by 1 goal. Let's show you how we got here. Bobcats lead it 2-1. Scoring open courtesy of Joetten Blacksmith at 4:19 with his 11th of the season and his 5th as a Breaker in just his 4th game. Then Robin Erickson, after firing a heavy shot off the end wall, had it go off the back of Sharma and in for an interesting equalizer to make it 1-1. Then at 13:06, Demid Pedrasov with his 3rd of the season off a beautiful feed from Michael Mercurio made it 2-1 in favor of the Bobcats. Intermission summary looks like this: 22-9 shots on goal in favor of the Cats. Blue Ridge 0 for 1 on the man advantage. Biloxi 0 for 2, 9 penalty minutes versus 7. Breakers will now head from left to right, Bobcats from right to left. We're ready to go. My name's Devin Dobeck, along with you on Breakers TV and on 106.3 Super Talk Mississippi. Breakers control the opening draw to begin the middle chapter. Joetten Blacksmith will dump the puck in. Hussey will throw the glove on it and cover with 19:49 to go in the middle frame. Breakers trying to get back to how they came out in the game, where they were generating all kinds of pressure on Hussey. A couple odd man rushes, got their early goal from Blacksmith, but needing to find a way to play a full 60 minutes tonight. Bobcats have already leapfrogged back in front of them. Royer on the draw, centering the line with Blacksmith and Koch. Same way we started. He wins it out to Blacksmith, who tried a blind shot. And it caroms up and out of play. Another face-off will come just a few moments later. Couple games that you had a chance to take a look at the score around the Fed. Twin City leads Athens on the road 2-0. How about that? Gus Ford last night, though, masterclass. 2 goals and 2 assists in a 4-1 win back in his former building. Mercurio had his shot soaked by Zach Pamelion. Through to the middle. Hugo Koch will begin the charge. Out of his own end, outlets for Royer. Back for Koch. Koch. Solid back check from Radchenko. Denied that opportunity. Loose puck picked up by the Bobcats. Here's Mercurio again. Backhand feed for Kozyrev. Down low off the skate of Mercurio. Takes a funky bounce off the end wall once again. Sharma knocks it away. Banked out to the point. St. Pierre hits the brakes to shake off the pressure of Royer. Quick shot, pad save by Sharma. Another chance in front. Will be sent up and towards the blue line. Royer will carry it out. Might have taken down a Bobcat with him, but no calls coming. Breakers will change all 5 skaters. Carter Thornton anxiously waits outside the blue paint. Alvo shakes him off and will begin the breakout to the near side. Stuckless couldn't handle it. Flanagan will dump it in, and is this going to be an icing call? Believe it may be. Flanagan is in as much disbelief as we are. Carter Thornton gives Flanagan a tap and says, yeah, I'm not sure, and it looks like the referees are now going to drop the puck at center. Interesting sequence there. Tie up on the draw, controlled by the Bobcats. Alvo. D-to-D for Hlavak, and now sent ahead. Pikarczyk into the middle. Nice stop and go from Thornton. Quick shot. Rebound controlled by Pikarczyk, and now Blue Ridge the other way. 3-on-3. Here's Stuckless over the line. Nice play by Flanagan, and he gets tripped up. Declan Flanagan with a good effort. Breaks up the rush and then draws a tripping call off to the box. Goes Nick Stuckless, and the Breakers are going to head back to the walk-ons power play. Breakers 0 for 2 tonight. On the man advantage. See what they can do in their third effort here. It's quickly sent up but not out. Kept by Pamelion. Slings it to the near side for Jewett and Blacksmith. Blacksmith for Pikarczyk. Now Koch back to Pikarczyk. And Daniel Martin will collect yet another turnover and send it up and around. Hugo Koch there to grab it. Koch makes a nice move to his backhand around the captain. Through the logo at center. Goes out wide and shoots it in where Pikarczyk lets it go all the way through for Royer. Back down low for Pikarczyk. Bumped for Jewett and Blacksmith. And once again, the puck is sent down towards the breaker end. Shots are 23-18. Not sure if the shot totals have just been getting a little compromised, but certainly has not been 9 shots for Biloxi in the opening 2.5 minutes. So they might have updated the totals in the intermission. Koch through traffic. Royer looking to stuff it. He gets dumped in front and then pulls down a Bobcat with him. Back at the point, Matonak to the tape of Koch. Koch ran out of time, and Matonak will have to reset. He will just settle to dump the puck on in. Bobcats bleed out some time and then send it down the full 200 feet. Another 30 seconds to go on the Stuckless minor for tripping. Charbonneau across the line. Rhodey jams it up. Fisher joins the battle. Justin Daly can't get it. Thornton gets slashed, and the Breakers draw another call with Thornton in pursuit of the net. Breakers are getting their opportunities on this man advantages, but have to find a way to capitalize. Thornton gets slashed, and Blue Ridge is refusing to head to the box for the time being. Now finally, still waiting to see exactly who it may be. Chorus of boos reign in as it's Levac being booked for the slash. Hard to dispute it when you snap a guy's stick in half, yet here we are. It's now going to drop to 5-on-4 as Stuckless will be released. Breakers have the zone. Pikarczyk off the feet from Blacksmith. His shot goes off the side of the cage. Nice find from Blacksmith. Now fresh out of the box, here's Nick Stuckless. Stuckless through the circle, comes in on Sharma, now has room, shoots one, and kicked out of the middle by Pamelion down into the corner. Hugo Koch across the blue line. Glides around on his backhand, sauces it out to the point for Royer. Royer to the tape of Blacksmith once again. Blacksmith to the bumper for Pikarczyk. Back out for Royer, down to Pikarczyk again, far circle. Drop pass Royer once more. Royer runs out of time, flips it back up to the captain. Pikarczyk's shot is gloved by Hussey and held with 15:27 to go. Another 58 seconds on the Levac minor for slashing. Number 2 unit comes out for the Breakers. Thornton, Fisher, Rody, Charbonneau, and Matonak. They had a good look on the last possession. We'll see what they can draw up here. Trailing by 1 in our Aaron's second period. On their 4th walk-on's power play. Fisher wins it out to Matonak. He slows it down for Thornton. Thornton inadvertently finds Rody down low for Fisher on his backhand, hits the brakes in the corner, trying to spin around his body to face the rest of the ice. Charbonneau to the point, Matonak, snapped across Thornton, looking for Charbonneau for the one-timer, poked away. Thornton sweeps below the end line, sends it to the point, Matonak, calling for it is Rody, far circle, shoots one, and that one will go around and out. Not a whole lot of quality chances for Biloxi on the man advantage. Matonak drops for Thornton, but offline. That will kill a couple more seconds. 10 more to go on the minor penalty to Philip Lava. Thornton almost drew another call there. Sends it ahead for Matonak to send in. Hussey way out of his goal. Shows off the patience and breaks it out to Albo. Levac's out of the box. He will head to the bench. Albo over the line for Stuckless. Stuckless bumped off the puck by Rody. Still gets it to Andrioli. Andrioli to Daly. Daly's shot whistles over the crossbar all the way around and out. 6 minutes gone by, period 2. Scores 2-1 in favor of the Bobcats. A turnover. Blacksmith forced it. Over to Koch. Koch back for Blacksmith, looking for Fisher, and the pass leapt off his stick. And Fisher couldn't get the one-timer away. Alvo up ahead to Stuckless, back for Koch. Cut off by Andrioli through the circles. His shot goes over the crossbar. Daly mishandled it. Andrioli around the goal where Blacksmith will retrieve. Here's Joette and Blacksmith across the blue line. Hops to the middle, slings into the skates of Fisher and through. Back over to the far side. Fisher, quick shot in on Hussey after taking some contact from Erickson, and it'll be skated out ever so nonchalantly by Nick Stuckless. Stuckless off the foot of Spinelli. He is hurting after that shot block. Trying to find his footing, but Spinelli, a tough customer, is in some serious pain. Pikarczyk hops around the pressure, look to drop to Thornton. Up at the point, Daly hit into the boards by Christo. 2-on-1 developing for the Cats. To the middle, quick shot, another big save, Rahul Sharma. And now Pikarczyk threads it through the legs. A 3-on-2 for the Breakers, and then we go. Rody walks in, shoots, and he missed the net. Rebound. Pikarczyk tried to jam it short side, didn't go. Christo, his shot off of Hussey way up and into the seats. Nice snag by a fan. And with 12:36 to go, we're going to head to our first media timeout. It's 2-1 Bobcats. We'll step aside and be back.
When injury knocks you out, Bienvo Orthopedic Specialists will be there for you every step of the way. We are here to get you back in the game, back in motion, back to your life. Our elite team of orthopedic specialists will work side by side with you, educating you about your treatment plan, utilizing advanced technology, and providing you with a successful path to recovery. Bienville Orthopedic Specialists. We will get you back.
Blue Ridge leads Biloxi. Offensive zone draw for the Breakers. They send out the heavy hitter, Peyton Jones, to take the face-off. No Matt Gellerman in the lineup tonight after taking a puck to the privates last night, so he will not be in. Tried to play through it last night, but the feeling he described was not one I'd wish on my worst enemy. So he'll get the night off. His family's in the house, so he's hanging out with them somewhere, which is the silver lining. Get a little more time with family. Levac goes back down low for Gallagher, looking to cross up Mullins. He's stuck right with him. 8 minutes gone by here in our Aaron's second period. Matonak up ahead to Peyton Jones. He lost an edge and goes down. The other way for Rousset. Through to Gallagher. Backhanders turned aside by Sharma. What a stop from Rahul Sharma. He has done a great job keeping his team in the game. Shots are 24-23 in favor of the Bobcats. That leveled out pretty quickly. Delayed call coming, and as Flanagan touches up, he's going to go for a trip. He can't believe it, but he's going to lose this appeal. And so the Breakers will head back to the Raven and Rose tattoo penalty kill. Flanagan not happy heading off, but got his stick in a tough area, and so his team will be shorthanded. Power play unit includes Stuckless, Martin, Mercurio, St. Pierre, and Christian Halbig. Sharma having a little work done on his helmet. Looks to be tying up one of the laces. Referee waiting patiently with him over there. Blue Ridge is 0 for 1 on the man advantage here tonight. Sharma continues to get a few more repairs. Anton Borodkin's made 11 of the previous 13 starts, but Rahul Sharma is making a case as to why he shouldn't be one of the #1 goalies on this team. He's looked stellar the past couple nights. Martin out wide. Quick shot from Kozyrev, whistles through the blue paint and out. Sent back over towards Martin. Martin weaves through a couple white shirts, outlets to Mercurio. Mercurio back for Martin with time and space. He'll take it in Gretzky's office. Now Mercurio to the point. All big shot tipped in front, and another reactionary save made by Sharma. He's stopped 23 of 25 here tonight. Spinelli back out there after that shot block. Huge positive for Breaker fans who are already running just 5 defensemen. Levac's drive. Wide on the glove side. Kicks up and into the air. 10:50 to go. Let's go Bobcats, the chant from Hitachi Energy Arena. Martin with a drive. Another save made by Sharma. Juicy rebound. Kozyrev's shot over the crossbar. Mercurio, the assistant captain, as his pass kick up in the air, still free. Charbonneau can't locate it. Long shift for these killers. In front, quick shot, another save, Rahul Sharma. He has been brilliant. 40 seconds remain on the Flanagan minor for tripping. Approaching the midway point. Here's Pedrasov, who has the difference right now to make it 2-1. Pedrasov to the point for Feruseth. Snapped across Alvo. Back for Feruseth. He walks down Broadway. Quick shot. Another big save by Sharma. Alvo to Pedrasov. He hits the brakes, comes back out above the circle. Now Alvo again. Tipped in front. Sharma swats it away. Gallagher winds one on goal, popped up in the air. Fisher trying to pin it against the pad of Sharma. A battle for the puck. Everybody gets involved. And we're going to head to immediate timeout. 9:37 to go. How about a couple of clicks for Rahul Sharma? He's been brilliant here tonight. 2-1 Bobcats back in a splash.
Every new Hyundai from Matt Bowers comes with Matt's lifetime warranty included. That's in addition to Hyundai's America's Best Warranty, a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, and Hyundai Owner Assurance. You get both warranties, making a new Hyundai from Matt Bowers an excellent value. Come visit us today during the Getaway Sales event at our new showroom just off Lorraine Road north of I-10 in Gulfport.
Shop smart, buy local. Matt Bowers Hyundai, Gulfport.
Ben & Jerry's is serving up true ice cream euphoria inside the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Biloxi. You're sure to find your new favorite among more than 34 flavors. Let us scoop yours in one of our freshly baked waffle cones. Ben & Jerry's at Hard Rock Hotel and Casino Biloxi, where euphoria awaits.
.37 to go. Rahul Sharma, the story tonight for Biloxi. He is standing on his head to keep it a 2-1 hockey game. Rewarding Charlie Pence for giving him the nod as the starter here tonight with some 10-bell saves. I mean, seriously, just when it looks like he can't top the last, there it is. See if the offense can help out their goaltender. But Sharma has been sensational. Arguably his best game with the Biloxi crest on his chest. Koch. Back down into the corner for Spinelli. Ahead looking for Blacksmith, cut off by Justin Daly. Daly dives down below the end line. Around Christo, hits the brakes. Out wide, far circle. Daly down low again. Another spin move down on the low block, and puck is turned over. Blacksmith. Bank pass off the wall, nobody home, had his route cut off by Daly. And another dump in, controlled by Brendan Spinelli. Approaching the 9-minute mark here in period 2 at Hitachi Energy Arena. Bobcats lead the Breakers 2-1 on Faith and Family Night in Wytheville. Spinelli up ahead for Hugo Koch. He dangles around one man, outlets to Blacksmith, to the tape of Koch, across the line. Koch back to Pikarczyk. Pikarczyk goes down low, spins it to the point, looking for Blacksmith, intercepted by Blue Ridge. Robin Erickson, who scored the first goal of the game, his third of the season for the Bobcats, gets caught offside on the entry with 8:26 to go. We'll have another whistle and a face-off coming. Neither team with a power play goal here tonight. A combined 0 for 6. 5-on-5 hockey is where we've had all the action, and it'll be Mercurio and Pikarczyk this time. It's a win for Pomelion. Kitty corner dump ahead where Rhodey tried to handle it. Now a chance in front. Rhodey settles the bouncing puck and cycles up to the point. Al Rhodey. Drop pass, Flanagan's shot. Deflects up and over the crossbar. In transition, a dump in right on the pad of Sharma. He'll cover up for a face-off. 7:55 to go in our Aaron's second period. An entertaining affair here tonight. No goals into period 2 in the opening 12:05. Blacksmith opened the scoring at 4:19, and then back-to-back goals from Erickson and Pedrasov, each their respective third of the season, have made it 2-1 Cats. Couple last-minute substitutions for Biloxi. Trey Fisher. Looks like referees want certain personnel out on the ice. So Hugo Koch will return to the sheet. Peyton Jones asked to leave the face-off circle. Don Heaven Veilleux will go in to take it. Gallagher muscles one on goal, but not much on it. Easy kick stop for Rahul Sharma. Down in the corner, Matonak working tenaciously on Gallagher. Good defense, frees it up. Hugo Koch looks off Veilleux, will carry it himself into the zone. Looking to go back in the direction of Veilleux, and Gallagher intercepts. Olvo out of the zone. First one there is Trey Fisher. D-to-D for Zach Pamelian. Pamelian ahead looking for Jones, but he didn't have his stick on the ice, and it goes the distance for another icing with 7:17 to go. Shots on goal are 29-24 in favor of the Bobcats. They lead it 2-1 over the Breakers across the midway point. Next home series for the Breakers will be March 27th and 28th. It will be Retro Weekend. Breakers rebranding as the Seawolves in a rivalry matchup hosting the Baton Rouge Zydeco. 7 o'clock puck drop for both those. Louis Dumont, the all-time ECHL points leader and assists leader, will be in the house for the opening puck drop on the 27th, signing autographs, taking pictures as well. So a great chance to come out for a night full of nostalgia at the Wolves' Den. Looking forward very much to it. Game 2 of this 5-game road trip. After the Breakers conclude here, they'll head home to Biloxi for a few nights and then gear up to head to Winston-Salem for a 3-3 with the Thunderbirds in their first ever meeting since both teams rebranded. Now a juicy bounce in front, and somehow Pikarczak's able to steer it out to center. Matonak couldn't settle the bouncing puck. A tough break that time. Kozyrev to the middle. Andrioli finds his man. They score. Looks to be Nick Stucklis. His 22nd of the season. Extends the lead to 2 for the Bobcats with 6:28 remaining in period number 2. Shots are 32-24 in favor of Blue Ridge. They're now up to a 3-1 margin. Andrioli and Kozyrev credited with the assists on the goal. Mercurio makes a dangle to his backhand around Spinelli. Now centers again. Sharma, another save. They score. A second effort right off the face-off, and now some pushing and shoving. I believe it's Nikita Kozyrev. No, it's Dmitry Pedrasov leading the line. And in the blink of an eye, 2 goals in what felt like 10 seconds has made it 4-1 Bobcats. Some nifty stick handling by Michael Mercurio down on the low block, and the centering pass with all kinds of chaos eventually is buried home. Pedrasov with his 2nd of the night, 4th of the season. Mercurio all smiles at the ensuing draw. And it looks like Charlie Penz is going to want this one to go to review. Maybe appeal for some goaltender interference. So we will step aside as they go to the official review and be right back in a moment to Wytheville. And we welcome you back. Still no verdict. You see the officials in the bottom left of your screen going through the video review on the iPads, and currently they're shaking their heads. So if you're a Breakers fan, that doesn't seem to be a good sign. Maybe saying no contact, or maybe they have the wrong angle. We'll have to sit tight and see exactly what's going to happen here. As now, here we go. They're going to tell the off-ice officials, and it's a goal. Nobody's realized it yet, but it is a goal. And so just like that, Rahul Sharma, who's been sensational here tonight, keeping his team in the game, has given up a pair of goals that were tough breaks for him, but have made it 4-1 Bobcats with 6:16 to go in our Aaron's second period. Apologies if you're getting a steady diet of cowbells here tonight. The crowd is literally 2 feet away from where we have the crowd mic, so we're picking up pretty much everything they're giving us. I do love being low enough where I feel like I'm part of the play. Don Heaven Bayou's gonna have to go serve the penalty now for delay a game. And so the Breakers head back to the Raven and Rose tattoo penalty kill. Failed challenge results in Pedrasov's 4th goal of the season. Mercurio up to the point for Hlavak. Now Mercurio again to the middle. Martin's one-timer goes wide on the glove side. Charbonneau bangs into his man. Puck up but not out. Sauced over to Mercurio. Down low. Sent across. Charbonneau got a piece. Then a funky bounce. Karams back to the near side. 5:40 to go here in period number 2. And another 80 seconds on the man advantage for Blue Ridge after the failed coach's challenge. Blue Ridge trying to open up their largest lead of the night with another one here. It's 4-1. Kozyrev down low. That one might have caught the outside of the post. Sprawling Rahul Sharma may have gotten a piece as the puck goes up and out of play. Blue Ridge wants to delay a game call again, and they're not going to be successful. Or no, they will. Charbonneau's being sent off, so it's going to be a lengthy 5-on-3. And Breakers are beginning to unravel here in this second period. 5:14 to go, and they are going to have a heavy workload. The killers are Flanagan, Pomelian, and Thornton. It's a clean win that starts things for the Cats. Alvo off the D-to-D pass from Faruseth. Now slides it down low. Back to the point for Faruseth. Thornton closing down the gap for a moment. Faruseth. Drop pass from Gallagher. Back to Faruseth. Looking into the middle. One-timer from Alvo. Goes over the crossbar. Pomelian gets it to the point, but still can't get it out of the zone. Now one-timer by Gallagher goes high off the glass. Kind of blew up on his stick. Thornton is able to clear it. Next whistle will be our final media timeout of period number 2. Bobcats lead the Breakers 4-1 here with 4.5 minutes to play in the Aaron's second period. Here's Faruseth over the line with speed. Dives down and around Sharma. Still cycling the puck. Sends it across for Justin Daly. Down low for Gallagher. He looked to go 5-hole. Sharma wasn't fooled. Now to the back post. Looked like it was just touched in the direction of the goal and missed everything. Faruseth to Daly. Veilleux fresh out of the box. A really nice clear. Down on one knee to make sure it got out. Hussey looking to extend the possession. Up ahead to Kozyrev. Clean entry. 3-on-2 for Blue Ridge. Now back to the middle. Thornton corrals it in his skates, slows it down, and can't clear it. Nice forecheck from Martin. Keeps the puck in the Biloxi end. Another 23 seconds to go on the man advantage. Hlavak lets it go. Good shot block from Peyton Jones. And then they're going to get him for a slash here. They are. Delayed call coming on Peyton Jones. Puck comes to the middle. Another 5 seconds of 5-on-4 time. Sharma, nice slide. And another big save from Rahul Sharma from his right to his left. Almost as time was expiring, Peyton Jones is going to head to the box for a slash, and he doesn't like the call. It's our final media timeout. We'll take it. Breakers trail the Bobcats 4-1, and the 5-on-4 will continue.
Fly in for a daiquiri that scores every time. Mile High Daiquiris is an aviation-themed daiquiri shop and the official daiquiri of the Biloxi Breakers. Open 7 days a week and offering 15 refreshing flavors, jello shots, beer, and even a non-alcoholic daiquiri. They supply mobile daiquiris for weddings, birthday parties, and events. Only 4.6 miles west of the Mississippi Coast Coliseum. Grab your crew and come try the best daiquiris on the Gulf Coast where flavor takes flight. Become a frequent flyer at 1107 Cowan Road, Suite B, Gulfport.
Peyton Jones assessed a 2-minute slashing call, so it'll be a 1-second 5-on-3 for the Cats before Charbonneau hops into the play. And Blue Ridge is going to have to be wary of him coming out of the box because if the Breakers get a clean win, they can send it ahead, and Charbonneau could have a break the other way. Looks like Mercurio will be the safe man over on the blue line in the event that happens. Raven and Rose tattoo penalty kill will continue on here. And Mercurio keeps the puck in, closing in on the 3-minute mark here in the second. To the point, Levac. Out wide, Martin's one-timer. Didn't get much on it, missed everything. Mercurio to the point for Levac. On goal, in and out of the chest is Sharma, and Pamelian sends it the distance. Another 95 seconds to go on the minor penalty to Jones. Martin to the far side for Nikita Kozyrev. Near side pass for Stuckless. Bump to the point for Mercurio. Into the middle, Martin just barely reaches out with the stick to keep the play alive. Charbonneau in pursuit on the half wall. Levac locks up a man. Blue Ridge directing traffic in the midst of it all. Rhodey still can't clear. Mercurio walks in and shoots. Glove save, Rahul Sharma. 2 minutes and 12 seconds to go. Bobcats with 4 unanswered goals after Blacksmith opened the scoring lead at 4-1. Shots are 34-24 in favor of the home team. Fisher, Veilleux, Spinelli, and Picard check the kill unit. And another false start on the draw. Referee will redo that one.
Keep away from the ref.
Final 130 seconds to go in this Aaron's second period. Both goals for the Bobcats. Alvo for Feruseth. He backpedals out wide, far circle. Now a pass is sent across. Another 35 seconds to go on the Jones minor for slashing. Fisher misses the hit, goes hard into the wall. Taking it to the net is Gallagher, and Sharma once again comes away with a big one. Minute 43 to go in the second period. Jones up on his feet in the box. He threw a booming hit at Robin Erickson last night. 29 more seconds to go till he's out of the box. Daly wins it out wide. Biloxi has struggled on the face-off circle here tonight, and noticeably so. Alvo to the far side. Sent back up to the point for Alvo again. His quick shot. Karams up and into the netting off a Breaker's stick. And exactly a minute 30 to go ahead of our next face-off. Thornton and Rhodey will head out there. Birthday boy Greg Hussey down on the other end has been sharp after surrendering a goal on the opening 3 shots. He's been perfect on each of the last 21. 36 years old for Mr. Hussey today. Fisher, nice hit into the end wall. Can't get the puck past the skates of Alvo. Snapped across for Rousset. With Gallagher and Spinelli battling in the net front. And it's sent all the way around and out. As Jones is released, Breakers are back to full strength. The kill has been a positive for them. It's just how many times they've been shorthanded that's going to need to improve. Stick lift from Royer wins a puck battle. Koch 2-on-1 with Royer, shoots! And a save in the shoulder of Greg Hussey will force a stoppage. Breakers would love to find a way to get one inside this final minute and just chase a 2-goal deficit in period 3. Right now, everything seems to be falling the Bobcats' way. Out shooting Biloxi 37-25. The tie-up over in the corner. Blacksmith fights to get it to the middle. Royer used the body but forgot the puck. And here's Stuckless over the line. That was way offside, and crowd doesn't agree. That one only as close as 5 feet. Pikarczyk and Stuckless, a battle of the 27s on the face-off circle, and it's won by the man in blue. Mullins had a chance to play it out and couldn't. Down in the end wall, Andrioli shoves Thornton off the puck. And nice play with the stick by Pikarczyk to tip over Nick McHugh, who's been limited here tonight. Hussey way out of his goal, will shoot it up and out. Final dozen seconds will begin to tick off here in our Aaron's second period. One last push for Carter Thornton & Co. Over the line, Thornton's quick shot. Waffle boarded away by Hussey up and into the netting with 2.5 seconds to go. Breakers maybe one last potential shot off a draw. Blacksmith out there to take it. Koch in the shooting position. McHugh looking to play spoiler. They drop it. Koch, quick shot, and he missed the net, and that will do it for period number 2. The Bobcats are the only team that strikes, and they do it twice in a matter of 10 seconds to take a 4-1 lead to the dressing room, out shooting Biloxi 37-25. Stick around. We're going to listen to Matt Kellerman's final part of his interview before we come back for our ads and intermission report. Breakers looking to chase 3 when we return. Don't go anywhere.
Anyways, your time ends in Port Huron. You wind up here in Biloxi. 6 games with the Breakers, 2 goals and an assist thus far. But how was it to score in your first game? We touched on it to begin our show, but nearing the end here, you score in your first game, give your team the lead at home, now in a new place. You make an immediate first impression. Take us through that moment.
One of the coolest moments of my life, just knowing what that goal was, the way I had scored it, the work I put in to get to that point. I know my first pro goal may not have been as flashy. This one was flashy, and those are the ones you'll remember forever.
Speaking of not flashy, how about your second goal? We'll get into that.
Well, my most recent one, probably one of the best goals I've scored in my career. I played a little pinball with Gordon Whalen, and I know I played in juniors with Gordon, so I know him a little bit from before. So
banked it right off his skate plate.
I guess banks are still open on Thursday nights. So, in that first moment, I was just so excited just to be welcomed into the Breaker Nation. I've since the first moment I got here, I was so excited to get down here and just be around the guys, meet the new team, kind of get a feel for it all. And I didn't really have many nerves, honestly, in that first game here. Obviously, being the biggest arena in the league was a little intimidating at first, just looking up and seeing, oh wait, this is my new home.
Yeah.
And so I kind of was like, my biggest thing was making it feel like home. And that moment was there might be no better way to make a place feel like home. So it was a great pass from Donnie. I felt like that line that I played with that weekend, it was me, Ross, and Donnie. We really clicked, and we found a way to get some speed up ice, and I think that we played to our strengths there. And just being able to experience that moment in front of the Breaker fans and have them have my first impression be that, I think is it's a good way to start, and I think it's only going to get better. So,
the introduction of Max, or
yes,
Matt, as
Max,
more familiarly known now. But you mentioned a couple of your line mates there, but how have the relationships been with the rest of your teammates and coaching staff?
Yeah, so far it's been great. I know it's only been a few weeks, and we've had a lot of new faces coming in and out, and I know I'm no longer one of the new faces, if you might think about it like that, because we've got Chewin and Blacksmith from Columbus. I know we picked up a defenseman from Twin Cities, Igor Ramanow. He's another new face. We got a couple college guys, Al Rody, and Peyton Jones. So it's a lot of there's another one, Zach Pamelayan, another new face. And so just knowing that we're all there to find our own ways together through this, and knowing that we're all new faces sticking together through this moment, and also kind of piggybacking off of some of the guys that have been here before, like Lucas Pikarczyk and like Trey Fisher and like Declan Flanagan, for instance. When I first moved in, I moved into their living room, and was able to enjoy some time with them and get to know them a little bit. And then moving apartments into a bigger space where I can have a little bit more of my own personal time.
It's always nice.
But even just getting to know them and the rest of the guys, I know I mentioned Sharma too, but top to bottom, I think overall we have a really good group of guys, and I've had a great time getting to know them and spending time with all of them. So, and same thing goes for the coaching staff. I know I didn't know Penner before this. I was able to meet him when I first got here. We've cracked some jokes here and there, and it seems like he's got my style of humor too, so I kind of appreciate that a little bit. But and Brett's great. Just talking with him in the gym, and then in the locker room and stuff too. So far, it's been a great start, and definitely enjoyed getting to know everyone, and you as well, Dev. It's been great getting to know you as well too. So.
It's great to be here. It's great to see all the faces that have come and gone, and create relationships is something that I'm very fortunate to be able to do in single A hockey. So it's been a blast, and then calling the games. The guys keep me honest. They do. They let me know when there's something that they'd like me to address a little differently. But
like my name.
Yeah, like his name. But it's been a fun ride, and with a dozen games left to go, still more to come. But you were injured last Friday night, left the game, limped off the ice. Didn't look good, but it's nice to see you walking on your own two legs here tonight. Is there anything we should be concerned about, or is there a timeline? Are you good to go for this weekend?
I should be good to go. I think I dodged a major injury and a major scare. It was my first knee problem, and something that I had no idea what happened initially. I just felt it move. I felt it pop when I started. If you go back on the clip, it just seems like I was trying to take a stride, and you can kind of see my leg shift for a second, and I didn't know exactly what happened. Like I said, it was my first knee problem. Didn't know if it was a tear, but after icing it, after letting it rest for the night, I woke up on Saturday morning, was able to move it around a little bit, and it felt pretty good, honestly. And so I got it looked at this past week so far. The doctor basically cleared it. Should be good to go.
Fantastic. what do you like to do when you're not in the ice here in Biloxi? It's amazing. We're in the middle of March now, but
I know.
it's 75 degrees. I was out on the golf course yesterday, but
Yeah.
I mean, we're not doing this back in Massachusetts or Minnesota.
Oh, not at all.
So yeah, what's that like?
Well, I'm still trying to learn and figure out what to do because I've never been able to do stuff like this before in my life. The places I've lived in my life are Minnesota, North Dakota, Michigan, and New York.
Yeah, so
And
all cold.
all of them border Canada, so all of them are cold. And honestly, I'm still trying to figure that out. I do like to golf. I just haven't been able to yet. I do sometimes enjoy some alone time inside, maybe play some video games, especially with my brothers as well. So
Nice. Good to stay in touch that way as well.
yeah, but also I like playing. I know we got pickleball. We've got a pool areas. Those are always good for the guys to enjoy. But also going to the beaches and enjoying and seeing those sites as well.
yeah.
So a lot of things I'm still trying to learn through the process of, but ultimately I am here for hockey, and that's the most important thing for me. So that's where that is. So.
Wrapping up here, a couple more questions. So the team has been mathematically eliminated from the postseason, but what's the focus for the rest of the season for this group of guys?
Yeah, for us, I think the biggest thing is to continue to grow together and build something that we know we can walk into next year and pick up right from the jump, where we're not going to lose a beat. We can step right into games right away, start winning games, start putting pressure on the rest of the teams in the league to say, oh, Biloxi is playing some good hockey. They figured it out at the end of last year. We need to match that somehow. If we can figure out how to get that fine-tuned before the end of the season, we'll have the same group of guys coming back, and we could be a force to reckon with. We just got to find those ways to win those games.
And there's been flashes. It's just those bursts that it feels like.
Exactly.
Giving up those bursts of goals or the defensive breakdowns, or sometimes it's one bad period, but this team is on the verge.
We are, and I saw that right away from my first game too, and I know being a part of that as well, like I know I have more of that pressure on my shoulders too to continue to provide and continue to play the best I can play. But at the same time, knowing that we have a group now that we can see ourselves competing next year. It's just finding those details, fine-tuning the chemistry on the ice, coming together off the ice and enjoying the time we have left this year, but also knowing that we have something bigger and better planned moving forward. So.
And then finally, where I like to leave it with everybody is your message to the fans. Anything you like to say to the fans, feel free to shout out your family and friends who may have tuned in. The floor is yours to close out the interview.
So I know my family and friends are watching at home, so good to see you, and hopefully I didn't embarrass you too much. But to the Breaker fans and Breaker Nation, thank you for welcoming me in with open arms. I've loved it here since day one. I'll continue to love it here as long as I'm here. And thank you to everyone, even the ones here, everyone here, everyone in the stands for the Friday, Saturday nights. We can't do it without you, and I know it's the way it goes. So we appreciate you. I appreciate you, and we're looking up for a good end of the year and moving forward. So stay positive, Breaker Nation.
That's Matthew Gellerman. My name's Devin Dobek. I'll be back to wrap up a tremendous episode number 30 right here on Breaker Banter.
Strength isn't built in a single race. It's earned, mile after mile, pedal after pedal, step after step. The same endurance that drives athletes to the finish line fuels the steady hands and sharp focus required in surgery. It's about resilience, precision, and commitment, in competition and in the operating room. Because true performance means showing up with excellence, no matter the arena.
Looking for non-stop fun? Sky Zone Biloxi at the Edgewater Mall is the place to be. Jump off wall-to-wall trampolines, dunk on the basketball court, or conquer the warrior course. Sky Zone Biloxi truly has something for everyone. And now, you can celebrate big with our newly upgraded birthday party packages to make their special day unforgettable. Get ready to jump, play, and soar higher than ever at Sky Zone Biloxi.
Looking for your next ride? Get more at Matt Bowers Hyundai Gulfport. Every new Hyundai comes with Matt's lifetime powertrain warranty on top of Hyundai's America's Best warranty and owner assurance. No one on the coast offers more, so why go anywhere else? Visit us today during the Getaway Sales event happening now just off Lorraine Road north of I-10. Official sponsor of your Biloxi Breakers.
Shop smart, buy local. Matt Bowers Hyundai, Gulfport.
Ben & Jerry's is serving up true ice cream euphoria inside the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Biloxi. You're sure to find your new favorite among more than 34 flavors. Let us scoop yours in one of our freshly baked waffle cones. Ben & Jerry's at Hard Rock Hotel and Casino Biloxi, where euphoria awaits.
Fly in for a daiquiri that scores every time. Mile High Daiquiris is an aviation-themed daiquiri shop in the official daiquiri of the Biloxi Breakers. Open 7 days a week and offering 15 refreshing flavors, jello shots, beer, and even a non-alcoholic daiquiri. They supply mobile daiquiris for weddings, birthday parties, and events. Only 4.6 miles west of the Mississippi Coast Coliseum. Grab your crew and come try the best daiquiris on the Gulf Coast where flavor takes flight. Become a frequent flyer at 1107 Cowan Road, Suite B, Gulfport.
At Superior Optical Lab, we're proud to be certified as a service-disabled, veteran-owned small business and to provide quality eyewear to veterans to whom we all owe our freedom. Thank you for your service.
Recharge your body. Reset your mind. Revive your spirit. At Revive and Thrive, every detail is designed to elevate your recovery and well-being. Unwind in our serene salt therapy room and float suite. Awaken your senses with the benefits of cold water immersion. Then, step into a custom-built sauna featuring soft Himalayan salt lighting for athletes, adventurers, and anyone ready to unlock the power of recovery. Discover the difference at reviveandthrivems.com.
Coastal Prints is a brand new business on the coast specializing in screen printing, embroidery, and promotional items. Being local and with 30 plus years of experience, Coastal Prints carries all the hottest clothing brands and thousands of promotional items. Uniforms, workwear, hats, drinkware, coolers, tchotchkes, and much more. Coastal Prints will make your brand and logo stand out. Come see the new showroom on Seaway Road in Gulfport or visit coastalprints.com or call 228-COASTAL.
The Mississippi Gulf Coast is where community and teamwork come together on and off the ice. Foshi Residential is proud to support the Biloxi Breakers as they bring the heat to the rink this season. Foshi Residential manages 3 unique apartment communities along the coast, each offering modern finishes, resort-style amenities, and a location that puts coastal living right at your doorstep. Ready to find your community? Visit foshiresidential.com/Biloxi Breakers for more information.
Every new Hyundai from Matt Bowers comes with Matt's lifetime warranty included. That's in addition to Hyundai's America's Best warranty, a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, and Hyundai Owner Assurance. You get both warranties, making a new Hyundai from Matt Bowers an excellent value. Come visit us today during the Getaway Sales event at our new showroom just off Lorraine Road north of I-10 in Gulfport.
Shop smart, buy local. Matt Bowers Hyundai, Gulfport.
When injury knocks you out, Bienville Orthopedic Specialists will be there for you every step of the way. We are here to get you back in the game, back in motion, back to your life. Our elite team of orthopedic specialists will work side by side with you, educating you about your treatment plan, utilizing advanced technology, and providing you with a successful path to recovery. Bienville Orthopedic Specialists. We will get you back.
When things heat up, you don't just want a cold one. You want the coldest one. The cold lagered, cold filtered, cold packaged one. Mountain Cold Refreshment. Coors Light. Choose chill.
Hello out there, we're on the air. It's hockey night tonight. Tension grows, the whistle blows, and the puck goes down the ice. The goalie jumps and the players bump and the fans all go insane. Someone roars, Bobby scores at the good old hockey game. Oh, the good old hockey game is the best game you can name. And the best game you can name is the good old hockey game. Where players dash, the skates flash, the home team trails behind. But they grab the puck and go bursting up and they're down across the line. They storm the crease like bumblebees. They travel like a burning flame. We see them slide the puck inside. It's a good old hockey game.
And we welcome you back ahead of period 3 action out of our Coastal Prince second intermission report. We gear up for the Half Shell Oyster House third period. Let's take a quick look at our game summary and show you how we got here. Bobcats lead the Breakers 4-1 in the second intermission. Scoring open with Joetten Blacksmith, his 11th of the season at 4:19 to make it 1-0 Biloxi. But after that, all Bobcats. 7:32 in the first, Erickson with his third. 13:06, Pedrasov with his third. Then in the second period, 2 goals in 14 seconds. First, Nick Stuckless with his 22nd of the year. And then Demid Pedrasov with a multi-goal game, his first career multi-goal game, his 4th of the season to make it 4-1 Bobcats. This is what our game stats look like. 4-1 Bobcats. Shots are 36-25 in favor of the Cats. They're 0 for 5 on the power play. Breakers are 0 for 4. So there's been a lot of bad discipline, but neither team capitalizing. Breakers just had to kill 8 penalty minutes in that previous frame, and as a result, only 7 shots on goal for them in the frame. Penalty minutes 15-13, also in favor of Biloxi. Both teams set to hit the ice. And we'll get ready to go in our Half Shell Oyster House third period. Ahead of puck drop, would like to extend a friendly reminder that the next home weekend for the Breakers will be March 27th and 28th. It'll be Seawolves Retro Weekend, so we'll be reopening the Wolves Den for 1 weekend only. Beautiful retro jerseys with the ECHL trademark logo, which the team paid for the rights to use. Those jerseys will be up for auction. Breakers take on their rivals, the Baton Rouge Zydeco. Louis Dumont, the all-time ECHL points leader, captain of the 99 Kelly Cup champion Mississippi Seawolves, and all-time assist leader, will be in the house as well to drop the puck on March 27th. Both puck drop times are scheduled for 7 p.m. at Breaker Bay, and Louis will be around to take pictures, sign autographs as well. So if you haven't been to a game in a while, or if you're a fan from the 90s, we encourage you. That is the weekend to attend. It's going to be full of nostalgia, old goal songs, the Wolf Tunnel, and all things Seawolves will be back in effect. So please join us as we're getting ready for our Half Shell Oyster House third period. Breakers will head back from right to left, the Bobcats from left to right. 20 more miles on the clock. And here we go. Back underway from Wytheville. Bobcats with an early dump in to begin things. In transition, here's Amy Royer, the rookie, carrying it through the middle, finds Blacksmith far side, looking back for Royer, backhands one just by Hussey on the glove side. Koch through some traffic, goes down low for Blacksmith to the middle. Pomelian shoots, and that one might have caught the mask of Hussey. Pomelian searching for his first goal of the season, and that's as close as he's come. Good opportunity for the Breakers early on. Flanagan's pass had too much air on it, jumps over the stick of Koch. They get it back to Royer, but not for long. It's Alvo the other way. Alvo to the near side for Stuckless. He's got one tonight, looking for two. It goes high off the window. Grabbed a piece of the netting, and with 19:05 to go in the third period, we'll have another face-off. Brendan Spinelli, who had a fight win against Robin Erickson, the heavyweight, earlier tonight. Out there for another shift. He's had a painstaking game, blocked a shot off the foot, and of course took a few punches to the face en route to that fight win. Daly through traffic, missed everything. Another shot from Alvo is into the glove of Rahul Sharma, and he'll force another stoppage, 18:56 to go in the Half Shell Oyster House third period. Good crowd in attendance here tonight. Last night hovered around 2,000. Tonight probably an extra 500. Pikarczyk will do it this time. Fisher down low for Spinelli, up the wall to Carter Thornton. Thornton, the veteran, finds Pikarczyk, the captain, off the blade of Rhodey in deep. Pikarczyk imposes his will on Alvo. Centers for Thornton. And Thornton's pass well off the mark intended for Fisher. Biloxi will have to reset. Double Nichols. Brendan Spinelli with the puck behind the apron of the cage. The enforcer in disguise plays it up and out of the zone. Alvo turns it over. Pikarczyk across the line, 3-on-2. Pikarczyk shot blocked. Rhodey on goal. Rebound. Pikarczyk had a chance and it wouldn't go. Puck goes into the end wall. Pikarczyk ladles it down low. Thornton, good outlet. Spinelli's one-timer. Pad save. Thornton on the doorstep. Couldn't find a home for it. Brendan Spinelli, another Breaker defenseman searching for his first goal. The only Breaker D-man with a goal this season is Declan Flanagan with 2. And, of course, Connor Mullins also has 4, but hasn't had one since being moved on from by the Indiana Sentinels. But the only Breaker defenseman on the roster who scored as a Breaker is Flanagan. Point taken, 17:36 to go. And we get another stoppage as Hussey covers. Again, not in the lineup tonight for the Breakers. 2 key pieces. Make it 3 if you include Matt Gellerman, who was hurt last night, but no Matt Soya and no Ross Bartlett on the trip. 2 catalysts on offense for Biloxi. Bartlett with a season total in the top 3 on this Breaker team, and Matt Stoya, ever since the trade over from Columbus, has been one of their best goal scorers. So down 2 huge pieces, and they've still found a way to compete, but staring at a 3-goal deficit will not be easy. Erickson flanked by Matonak. Puck jumps over the blue line. Jones rejects the centering pass. Flanagan D-to-D for Pomelian. Finds the twig of Hlavak instead. Now to work. Here come the Cats. Quick shot from Padrasov, searching for his first career hat trick. Turned aside by Rahul Sharma. Pomelian back for Flanagan. Flanagan up ahead looking for Veilleux. They say Veilleux did not get a piece of it, and it's an icing. Veilleux arguing that he did touch it, but unfortunately he's not wearing the stripes, and the draw comes back to the Biloxi end. Off the draw, Daly had his shot jammed on up. Comes over to Daly again, through the middle, backhands one, missed everything. Now down in the corner. A race for the puck, Pomelian pokes it up the wall to Matonak. Matonak lifts it ahead to Veilleux. 1-on-3, gets closed off by a couple Cats, has his arm in with the stick of St. Pierre. St. Pierre now across the line. By Spinelli, gets it in deep. Spinelli down low. Fisher comes to impose his will. Daly to the goal mouth. Darts around on the left side. Now centers one-timer from Gallagher. The rebound, another save by Sharma. Martin looks to the middle, intercepted by Hugo Koch. Koch looking to play some catch with Blacksmith, broken up. Royer will shoot it in deep, no icing. Alvo will begin the charge. 15:40 to go in the third period of action. Down low for Rousseff, centers, nobody home, gets to the point. Pinballed on its way through, and Fisher will shoot it out to center where Alvo slows it down and has it lost in the linesman's skates for a moment. Martin hit into the wall by Blacksmith. Sent ahead for Rousseff. Turns over to Blacksmith as Royer ran him into the breaker bench. We'll say every breaker is up on their feet over in the bench area. They are still into this game. Blacksmith for Royer. Royer's shot casually caught by Hussey, and with 14:57 to go, we'll head to our first break of period number 3. Breakers still trail by 3. We'll be back in a splash.
Strength isn't built in a single race. It's earned, mile after mile, pedal after pedal, step after step. The same endurance that drives athletes to the finish line fuels the steady hands and sharp focus required in surgery. It's about resilience, precision, and commitment, in competition and in the operating room. Because true performance means showing up with excellence, no matter the arena.
$14:57 to go in our third period of action, the Half Shell Oyster House third period. Captain Pikarczyk will take it up against Michael Mercurio, and it's a win by Mercurio, and the outlet begins. Kozyrev up ahead. Centers for Mercurio now. Quick shot, snagged by Sharma, and we'll get another face-off just 12 seconds later. Pikarczyk, and Mercurio will do it again. And it looks like Mercurio is going to be asked to leave. So coming in to join the party, I believe that's Pedrasov. Eriksson down low for Kozyrev. Wrapped around the wall for Demi Christo, who shoves it for Carter Thornton. Thornton back over to the far side. Landed flat on the saucer pass. Pamelian goes behind the apron of the cage and finds Christo D2D. Up ahead, Al Rodi. Rodi leads the charge. Drop pass Thornton. Now Pikarczyk. Pikarczyk, quick shot. Missed everything. Mullins. Back off the wall to Carter Thornton. Up ahead for Rodi. Rodi. He enters. Quick shot. Save made by Greg Hussey. 14:03 to go. Greg Hussey had a glass of water in Biloxi with the Mississippi Seawolves, and his brother Brendan Hussey was one of their leading scorers last season. So the Hussey name certainly carries with it some weight in Biloxi. Medford, Massachusetts native. Jones and Stuckless will do it. Stuckless wins another one. Said it before, I'll say it again. The face-offs have been an area Biloxi's been dominated on. Matonak to the goal. Backhand, shoved it again, and Hussey comes away with yet another save. Jones takes a couple shots. Martin lost his stick in the process. Veilleux retrieves it for him. Hussey is doing snow angels down on the ice. $13:51 to go. The shot's 41-31 in favor of the Blue Ridge Bobcats. Veilleux will take this draw. Against Stuckless, and here we go finally. It's a win by Stuckless. Daly, east to west for Stuckless. Up ahead in pursuit is Pedrasov. Nice hit by Jones to free up the puck, then he lost an edge. Down in the corner, Flanagan can't win the battle. Andrioli run into the boards by Peyton Jones. Jones had the outlet pass blocked and now gets it back. Jones on over to Veilleux. Veilleux finds Matonak looking for Jones in front, and it's broken up. Carson Gallagher over on the far side. Gets it through, quick shot, they score! Justin Daly with a catch and release over the glove of Rahul Sharma. And it's 5-1 Bobcats with 13:08 remaining. Royer and Martin will do it this time, and it's won by Martin. As well offside was Nick McHugh that time, got a little eager jumping across the zone. For Justin Daly, his 18th of the season, playing in his 43rd game for the Bobcats this year. The 26-year-old, 106 career FPHL games, and having a career high in goals, points, penalty minutes, and power play goals. He has really been a huge developmental piece for Wojtek Zemlicka's crew. Here's Hugo Koch, drops for Blacksmith, not a good one. Nick McHugh with a 2-on-1 for Danny Martin, broken up by the breaker back check. Now here's Koch. Too strong for Blacksmith off the wall. Drop pass for Martin again. Koch and him lock up into the corner. Blacksmith up ahead. Fisher cut it off. Finds Spinelli above the near circle. Spinelli to the middle off the blade of Koch and turned over to Danny Martin. Martin has his pocket picked by Pikarczyk. Breakers flip the script. Here's Koch to the middle around one man looking for Blacksmith. Blacksmith sends another one in front. Hussey looking to locate it, and then a high hit from the captain Martin on Hugo Koch, and Koch is down and in pain. Referee is going to take Martin to the box, and rightfully so, at exactly the 12-minute mark. It's a cross-check assessed to Martin. And so the Breakers will get set for their 5th walk-ons power play of the evening. They're 0 for their previous 4. 5-1 Bobcats with exactly 12 minutes remaining in our half-shell Oyster House 3rd period. Fisher, clean win. Good start for the Breaker power play. Thornton at the point goes down for Rhodey. Outside near circle. Al Rhodey finds Fisher near corner. Fisher, little too much patience, and it's sent up but not out. Nice keep by Matonak on the backhand. In front, good opportunity by Rhodey, and he missed the net on the backhand. Rhodey up top for Matonak. Matonak for Rhodey. Tried to go short side, and Hussey pins it against his chest with 11:32 remaining on the clock. Breakers will make a full change and get their number 1 unit out there after they had quick opportunity. Blacksmith will take this face-off. It's tied up and controlled by Pomelion. Saucer pass to the point for Koch. Quick shot comes in. Still free on the doorstep. Kicked away by Hussey. Blacksmith battles, and finally it's sent on out. Pomelion for Koch through the logo. Koch tried to weave through one too many Bobcats. McHugh shut that one down. Koch drops for Pomelion, and he will start things. Zigzags his way around Justin Daly, who had the most recent goal. Pikarczyk, cross-ice feed. Royer and Daly converge. Daly around the wall, but Blacksmith picks it up. To the point, Pomelion. Quick shot. Not sure it made it all the way through to Hussey, and it will be cleared. Sharma sees Blue Ridge in the midst of a change, but can't get it far enough for an odd man rush, and Koch will slow things down, begin the breakout from behind the end line. Koch around one. Outlets to Rhodey. All the way around the goal. Rhodey still holding. Now Thornton back across for Koch. Looking for Rhodey and offline. Picked up by Alvo and sent out. Mercurio will be in the race with Pomelion, and Sharma comes out to play it. Rhodey for Spinelli. Spinelli ahead for Thornton. Bobcats are back to full strength. Quick shot from Peyton Jones is held by Hussey again. 9:55 to go. We'll head to break once more. Breakers trail 5-1. We'll be back in a moment right here in Blue Ridge.
The Mississippi Gulf Coast is where community and teamwork come together, on and off the ice. Foshi Residential is proud to support the Biloxi Breakers as they bring the heat to the rink this season. Foshi Residential manages 3 unique apartment communities along the coast, each offering modern finishes, resort-style amenities, and a location that puts coastal living right at your doorstep. Ready to find your community? Visit foshiresidential.com/Biloxi Breakers for more information.
At Superior Optical Lab, we're proud to be certified as a service-disabled, veteran-owned small business and to provide quality eyewear to veterans to whom we all owe our freedom. Thank you for your service.
.55 to go in this third period of action. Breakers trail by 4. 5-1 is our score. They have not scored since the 4:19 mark in period 1 when Blacksmith potted his 11th of the year. The aforementioned Blacksmith out there to take the ensuing draw against Carson Gallagher. Face-off is won by the Bobcats. Sent ahead, slowed down by Martin. He can't get it out. Good hold by Koch. Sauce for Blacksmith, looking down low for Royer. And he'll have to recover. Nice move by Blacksmith as he hit the brakes and comes right back into the zone. Blacksmith coils to Spinelli. Spinelli walks in and shoots. Saved by Hussey. Blacksmith, low angle, Koch's shot. Missed everything high off the window, and now a one-on-one battle for Rousseff with Spinelli. For Rousseff into the chest of Sharma and held. 9:21 to go, another face-off. Try and keep you updated on our out-of-town scoreboard as well. PD is looking to close out a 4-3 victory over the Columbus River Dragons. That would be a huge sweep for the Ice Cats, trying to find a way to inch closer to that 4th and final playoff spot in the Continental. Columbus with an empty trip won't be able to move up to 2nd. Athens, after trailing 2-0 at home, has made it 5-3. They lead in the 3rd period at Aikens Ford Arena over the Thunderbirds. 5-0 Binghamton over Danbury. Port Huron leads Watertown on the road 4-2 in the 3rd. Indiana opening up a 4-1 lead at home against Topeka. In tight, another big save by Sharma. And Monroe leads Baton Rouge 3-1 on the road in the battle for the Bayou. Carter Thornton will dump it ahead. Him and McHugh get locked up for a moment. McHugh continues to hook Thornton. Mullins bangs it down low. Thornton can't catch up. Matonak there, but it clanged off his skate blade, and Thornton recovers. Back over for Mullins. Off the wall. Quick shot. Save made by Hussey. 8:15 remain in period 3. Scores 5-1 Bobcats. Greg Hussey, 36 saves tonight. Shots are 43-37 in favor of the Bobcats. Greg Hussey's put together a really nice period. Now the other way. Quick shot as going down. I believe that was St. Pierre. And now Veilleux will carry across the blue line. Veilleux from a low angle, gloved by Hussey. 36 years old and still doing it, and his 4th start for the Bobcats this season. The player assistant coach is undefeated thus far with a .914 save percentage and continuing to improve those numbers. He's been exceptional. On his 7th FPHL team, he's with the Danville Dashers, the Watertown Wolves, the Elmira Enforcers, Carolina Thunderbirds, Baton Rouge Zydeco, Mississippi Seawolves, and now the Cats. Quite the tour for the 36-year-old. Jones in the corner, continuing to battle. A couple high hits between him and a Bobcat. They continued to exchange. I believe that was Christian Hallbig, whose minutes have been limited in just his 3rd game as a Bobcat. Hallbig. Too strong off the backhand of Mercurio. Pomelian, nice play on the back end. Blacksmith reverses a check on Pedrasov. Now Hugo Koch on his backhand. Shakes off one. In the corner, generates some space. Down low, Blacksmith for Veilleux on goal, and Hussey again with another big-time stop. The other way for Rousseff. Hits the brakes, to the point, Alvo. Into Veilleux skates. Veilleux gave him a shoulder-to-shoulder check, and then Martin one last effort as Sharma will hold. 6:52 remains in the hockey game. Closing in on 10 o'clock Eastern time, 9 o'clock Central, back home in Biloxi. Breakers will travel home, look to regroup ahead of their 3-3 with the Twin City Thunderbirds next weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. 6:30, 5:05, and 3:05, the respective Central Standard Time starts for that 3-3. So clear your schedule. You got plenty of Breakers hockey to watch before they return home. Koch wins the race, so no icing. Martin up ahead to Carson Gallagher. Nice receive of the pass. Gallagher to the middle for Rousseff. Now Martin right down Broadway. Shot saved by Sharma, and a good effort from Fisher gets it out to the blue line after that juicy rebound. Blacksmith will flip it ahead. Koch on his horse. Klavak in pursuit as well. He spins down Hugo Koch. Puck comes. Koch looked to drag it in, and Hussey made another good save. This is going to be penalty coming up against Klavak, with the speedy Koch looking to do something on his own. Koch and Hussey having some sort of conversation with one another. Is there not going to be a call coming here? We'll play 5-on-5. .609 remains. Shots 43-39 Bobcats. They lead 5-1. Pikarczyk down low. Thornton's quick shot missed on the short side. Sent out of the zone by Blue Ridge. Mullins hard off the wall into the skates of Thornton. Looking for Rhodey. He's stung by Andrioli. Back across the line, Justin Daly. Daly to the point. One-timer! Saved by Sharma. Rhodey sauces from Mullins. Back to Rhodey. He'll carry through the middle. On his backhand, hits the brakes. Sends it up to the point. Pomelian fake the shot. Shimmies his way to the near side. Pomelian now diving down low. Bumped into the wall for a moment. And up ahead, here come the Bobcats, a 2-on-1. Demi Christo, the lone defender. Shot comes in, save made, the rebound, they score. I believe it's Nikita, no. It's Carson Andrioli, the assistant captain, finding the rebound and potting it. Kozyrev had the initial shot, only so much Sharma can do. And it's 6-1 Cats. Certainly has not felt like it deserves to be a 6-1 margin, but here we are. Likely the last face-off before our final media timeout. And we're back underway. Nice hit by Trey Fisher down in front of the Breakers bench. Christian Hallbig getting some minutes now with the margin. Fisher runs into him again, and they exchange some shoves. Nice move by Pedrasov. Stretches it out. Quick shot off the glove of Sharma and into the corner. Final 4:35 to go in this last period. Slap shot goes well wide off the blade of Alvo. Back at the point, Kozyrev finds Alvo. Backhands across. Quick shot comes in by Hallbig, and it's turned aside by Sharma. Sent up and out with the help of Matonak. And Blue Ridge will restart things. .61 Bobcats. Out shooting the Breakers 47-39. Here's for Ruseth all the way to the goal. Might have been tripped up by Sharma. Had plenty of net to shoot at, but lost the puck, making his move. Back to work, Gallagher. Saucers to Martin. Martin's quick shot turned aside. Fisher collided with Sharma. Then Royer gets run by Martin. And Fisher didn't like that. He's going to come over for some words and drop the gloves with Martin. Here we go. Martin and Fisher in front of the near glass. Fisher with a big right. Martin comes back with one. Fisher's got him in a headlock, pulls his jersey over his head, and then one more right from Fisher as Martin takes him down to the ice. Fisher did not like the cross check on Royer, and both players will be sent off with inside 5 minutes to go in regulation. Not a classy move from the captain Martin, throwing the cross check at Royer. Fisher responded, and this will be our final media timeout. We'll take it. 6-1.
Strength isn't built in a single race. It's earned, mile after mile, pedal after pedal, step after step. The same endurance that drives athletes to the finish line fuels the steady hands and sharp focus required in surgery. It's about resilience, precision, and commitment in competition and in the operating room. Because true performance means showing up with excellence, no matter the arena.
Breakers will head to the walk-ons power play. Carson Andrioli to the box to serve the penalty, assessed to Danny Martin for the cross-check. I'm not sure exactly what Martin was thinking in a 6-1 game. Got him really up high, and Fisher responds. Blacksmith can't win the draw. Koch tried to keep it alive at the blue line and takes it away from McHugh. It's walk-ons power play for the 6th time tonight for the Breakers. They're 0 for their previous 5. Blacksmith rubbed off the puck by Erickson. It's sent out of play by the Cats, and they'll say deflection, so no call. Karchek wins this one. Koch hit by McHugh. Able to keep it inside the zone. Down in the corner for Blacksmith. Blacksmith for Koch. Koch mishandled. Tried to keep it in, and now off to the races. Here's McHugh. Pomelian can't catch him. Nice stick lift by Pomelian, and Charmo closes the 5-hole to keep it out. Another 80 seconds to go on the minor to Martin. Andrioli serving the penalty, as McHugh was offside, so he has to let the puck come over to Pomelian. Blacksmith over the line. Levac able to clear. Pomelian will go track it down for the final 2:40. Koch shakes off the defense of Stuckless. Through the middle, sauces just over the tape of Royer, or Rody, I should say. Jones back up to Koch. Koch through the circle. Still holds, down low for Jones. Now Koch again for Jones. Jones backhands one, the rebound, Rody shoved it on net, and Hussey made the save. And now here we go, another kerfuffle starting. Thornton didn't like it. And some words being exchanged ahead of the next face-off. As now Rody was just shoved by Hussey. And tensions beginning to come to a boil here in Whitfield. Rahul Sharma's going to skate his way up to the red line. Is Hussey going to accept the challenge? Sharma wants it, banging his stick at the blue line. Hussey doesn't notice. Here we go. Hussey's coming on out. Here we go. It's a goalie fight at center ice. Greg Hussey and Rahul Sharma. Sharma locks on. Hussey a couple rights. Sharma trying to get free. Hussey a few more right hands. Sharma still can't get free. Hussey with an undercut. Sharma comes over the top and takes him down. Rahul Sharma takes this goalie fight, trying to get his bench going, fire him up. Well, things have certainly escalated here. Hussey's going to head to the locker room. Sharma conferencing with the officials. Gives the linesman a hug. Anton Borodkin's going to come into the pipes. Sharma will be sent off, greeted by Matt Gellerman after the goalie fight. Holy cow. Rahul Sharma has had enough. He's been looking for one, calling out the birthday boy Hussey. Hussey definitely landed more punches, but Sharma with the takedown when all's said and done. So now it's Anthony Schrum versus Anton Borodkin in between the pipes. Another 26 seconds to go on the Martin minor for cross-checking. And this has turned into a war in a 6-1 game. Hussey chants breaking out. I think some people are just chanting hockey. And we will resume play here. Doesn't look like we're going to have much more for the final 120 seconds. Blacksmith down for Lucas Pikarczyk to the point. Pomelian. Shot goes way up. And are they going to say play on? That one definitely hit the netting. We will continue to play it. Pikarczyk in the middle looking for Pomelian as Bobcats are back to even strength. That will do it for the walk-ons power play. Mercurio the other way, darts towards the goal. Hits the brakes, centers, and it gets all the way through back to the blue line. Blacksmith across for Royer. Final 80 seconds to go in regulation. Pomelian jams McHugh's break up, keeps it alive. Around the wall for Koch. Hugo Koch to the middle, Blacksmith in tight, tries to go, and he scores. Joetten Blacksmith gets one back for the Breakers here in the closing moments of this one. Multi-goal games in each of his last two, and how about this pickup for Charlie Pence? Reuniting with a former Watertown Wolf in Blacksmith, and he makes it a dozen on his season with his second of the game here tonight. Face-off win for Daly off the ensuing draw. Jones hit into the boards by Feruseth. Rody looked to jump around Erickson, then sticks flying everywhere here. This game looks like it's going to have a fiery finish. Jones stung Erickson again. Rody too strong. Then he goes and just takes out Jones. Call coming on Erickson. Thornton bumps into him. Thornton a cross-check. Erickson, is he going to want to learn this lesson again? This all started with Fisher and Martin. Erickson booked this time. Not a whole lot of class in a 4-goal game from Blue Ridge. One final walk-ons power play for the Breakers. Trailing 6-2. All kinds of chaos at the end of this one. Pikarczyk in the corner. Up to the point for Pomelian. Shot comes in, redirected on its way, and wide. Pikarczyk steps up. Gallagher gets it out. 2-on-1 developing short-handed. Here's Feruseth to the goal through the 5-hole of Borodkin. He scores. Damon Feruseth with his 4th of the season gets it right back. Short-handed fashion, and Blue Ridge has made it 7-2. Another shorthanded chance to the backhand. Borodkin steers it aside. Another 15 seconds remain. Rody to the tape of Jones. Jones through center. Gets a shot away. Schrum will hold on to that one with another 7.5 seconds to go. More pushing and shoving follows. And likely our last face-off in regulation. Be interesting to see when the final horn sounds what happens when the benches will get ready to go to the locker room. So stick around. Could have a little pushing and shoving post game. As this will do it after the clear Thornton, one last shot in, and that will do it. 7-2, the Bobcats take this one on Faith and Family Night. Final shot totals 49-42 in favor of the Bobcats. And they complete the sweep. These two teams will meet again on April 3rd and 4th, and that will be pay-per-view entertainment. Erickson and Spinelli show some respect to each other at center after their fight earlier on. As we will close the book on this one. Breakers drop their third straight. Bobcats will salute the crowd. We'll get ready to sign off here. We got a long travel night ahead. So the final score one last time, the Blue Ridge Bobcats 7, the Biloxi Breakers 2. Final shot totals officially 48-43 in favor of the Bobcats. Appreciate everybody for spending their Saturday night with us here for some FPHL action. On behalf of our entire crew here from Hitachi Energy Arena, my name is Devin Dobek, the voice of the Breakers, saying so long, and always remember to live the dream.